Well, my man MoneyBoy Trey in the building. He said, hit that like or we gon' fight. Make sure you check him out on YouTube.
Hello. Let me talk to the host. The host is MoneyBoy Trey. What's popping?
Will you interview with at MoneyBoy Trey?
Or MoneyBoy Trey is back. Where you been?
MoneyBoy. You see me in they chats because that's the circle that I associate with.
MoneyBoy said manhood is subjective. No, the fuck it's not.
Yeah. Shout out my haters, I know that you're watching. Plotting and wishing, praying that I fall. Shout out my haters, I know that you're watching. Plotting and wishing, it's like I just want to talk to you niggas for a second. Like, don't erase nothing. Like, keep this shit right. Make this the first one. When I say just for you, I mean like this shit just for you hating ass niggas. Just for you get money ass niggas. Like, and I be praying for you niggas too. Like, I just pray God keep me out you niggas' way. Cause God know I slap one of you niggas ass down.
Independent jam, don't talk about labels unless you talking paints. Camo rap the vid just past Makitas, this shit here for frame. Wide body, something in the seat. Tab the gas, you feel it yang. Laro, where you been? Them folks need you, this shit feeling blank. Ain't dropped in the sec, I know. I just love the flex and go. Gucci button up, leave it open, make sure that my niggas show. Gang gang and stand on the couch, spread on racks right next to blow. She say that she faithful, up pop quiz the way I test the hoe. I know that they hate to see it. Pop it hard, she burn them up. He bought two, I threw two more. That's my little mans, I turn them up. SIT boy scraped the curb. Lost control, I turned it rough. I look like a fit from Prince. Having truff, that purple stuff. Audemars just broke the jaw. That just mean the face shadow. Cocaine in its purest form. Water whip it like cake batter. Button on every blicky bay. That just make them shake faster. Show my ass fuck up the scene. That just make them hate faster.
Yeah. Like the gas station, nigga. Like, pulled up on me. Like, I'm in the hood every day. Like, if I ain't in the hood, walk in the hood, blow in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Major in the hood. Like, one stop shop, nigga. Like, if you trying to shop, like, pull up. You trying to get killed, nigga, pull up. Like, we just really doing this shit, like, independent, though. Like, no labels, no dick ride. None of that dick pulling ass shit you niggas be on. And for the record, nigga, like, we ain't looking for no deals, nigga. Like, we looking for plugs. You looking for a deal, nigga. I'm looking for a socket, nigga. Another socket. Cause I'm trying to get rich, nigga. Fuck some famous shit. Come on, man, cut this shit off. Shout out my haters, I know that you're watching. Plotting and wishing and praying that I fall. Shout out my haters, I know that you're watching. Plotting and wishing and praying that I fall.
I'm tell you hallelujah. That's about everybody. We miss Sean the song a lot. Gives me the man about it. This is called Tell Her Never Do. If you handle your business right, I'ma promote your ass. You bitch out and try to kite, I'ma come smoke your ass. The shit that I'm giving you, they drawing blood to get. The Vicks be running through because they love the shit. So don't come with that, no one wouldn't buy it. The shit was cool. Niggas try to rob me, nobody was coming through. Stitches, I can't have that. Bitches, I can't have that. Riches, you can have that. Just bring me my cash back. Look, it's all gravy with me, go ahead and shine. That's how you play it with me, you're big time. All I want is the G's with a trunk full of keys. A Benz on 20s, you got something you can lend me. Shit, boys ain't doing nothing for me for free. Can't put no trust in you boys, cause y'all be trying to run G. Cause I don't like dreaming about making no cheese. Wanna see my motherfucking bank account OD. Until then, I'ma be thugging behind the project building. Smoke is I'm considering flexing for $1 million. Catch it, hater, I'm killing them. They stop, but I ain't feeling them. My jacket off appearing them. Some will say it's numerary partners in vocifering. Juvenile is different. Look at what I did to them. Boys wearing Reeboks instead of Nikes and Timberlands. Bitch hitters, I be tipping them. My Mac 9, it be flipping them. Some of these haters is trying to run G, so I be giving them. They will do the same to me. Boys ain't no family. Shit is all a game to me, but nobody gon' handle me. 400 degrees, toting guns, running with me. No wonder we need more money one could receive. Player wanna deal with this Christ, I'ma put it open in his life. Never should I fuck with me right. Why you keep ducking me shy? I'ma knock your head off. Boy, tryna get to your fuck, tryna play it off. You made the beat, pussy, so why is you scared? If you mind your fucking business, then your life will be spared. I can't see it. Pussy try to make me out a bitch, I can't be it. I had this motherfucker crow with hitters like Free Nick. You probably can save yourself, but you can't save your neighbors. When my nine get to spinning around like a baseball player. Put on this potato on the end of my nine. Foolishness I entertain to keep these boys in line. Look, cause I don't like to dream about making no cheese. Cause I don't like to dream about making no cheese. Wanna see my motherfucking bank account OD. Until then I'ma be thugging man a project building. Smoking that Bobby with the ghetto children. Plotting on a way that we can make $1 million. Yeah, yeah, I'ma be thugging man a project building. Smoking that Bobby with the ghetto children. Plotting on a way that we can make $1 million. Ask some boy about me. Bet them bitches know me. Magnolia hair buster out that wild TC. I'm a young hitter. Look at what you done, hitter. You done made me mad. Now I'm gonna get my gun, hitter. Better watch your tongue, hitter. Cause I'm getting dumb, hitter. Kill one hitter to represent where I'm from, hitter. 3 things you don't ever do. Fuck with a man, exchange over his mama. You do that, you want drama. Fuck with a big timer for sure. You gon' see I'm out to. Which one of you boys want me? I'ma keep it real with you. You say you the man, I know I'm the man, and I'm ready to deal with you. I'm prepared for the toe tagging. Keep my Reebok strapped tight with my key ball sagging. Now I done rocked a couple of keys, and I done flipped that 2 times. I know I'm in a drought, and they gonna pursue mine. I got bills to pay, I can't be playing with you jokers. These youngsters something else, now you bout it, they'll provoke you. You can't understand how a hitter my age can hit the streets like the bustin' with the 12 gauge. But I don't like to dream about making no cheese in the future. Wanna see my fucking pockets OD. Until then I'ma be thugging on the project. Fucking that side of it, you get up.
Good God evening, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Thank you for the $2 cash app that I got before the show. Thank you.
We appreciate $1, but we would rather have 10. We appreciate $20, but we would rather have 50. We appreciate $50, but we would rather have 100. We appreciate $100, but we would rather have 200. Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the cash app. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
Okay, so what we about to go through is Sharon. I think I've reviewed him once before when him and Cellulite got into it, and he was trying to say Cellulite wasn't being a fair moderator. So him and Tommy had a show he had a show the other day. Tommy pulled up on it. Tommy felt like he was disrespected. He left. Tommy went on his show. He did his video. It died down. Well, today, Sharon, he just was live like, yo, why all these niggas hating on me? Like, if you got the smoke, come up here and let me know. And so Tommy went up there and let him know. I caught like the first 2 minutes of that. It was like, oh, shit, I got to review it. But I also got to let y'all see what led up to what Tommy had to say today. So that's what's on the screen now. We're going to play that part We're not gonna listen to Tommy's response. You gotta go to the Rumble link, but all my links is over there on Rumble, Kick, Twitch, whatever you get. That's which McCall Sharon Braze's link is also being dropped in the chat. You can go over there and check out his channel and his wild, crazy wake up show. He's a feminist man. So, ladies, if you want somebody to pander and pamper to you, go on over there. It's jokes, sir. I don't know you. Jokes. It's jokes. I don't know you. But all right, let's get into it.
It's Tommy Soda Maya. Good day, sir. How you doing? What is your thoughts?
I'm doing well. How are you? Can you hear me?
Doing well today. Yeah, we get you well.
Okay. Why aren't y'all factoring in something called found money? Because that's what the internet has been for most people. Most people before the internet, they didn't have money. They didn't know how to get money. They didn't even think anything about they'd ever have what they got. So when you see these men and you're saying, man, I don't see how they're acting like that with women. They didn't think that they get the choice of women that they now have, which makes them a target. It's the same thing that happens when a guy goes to the NBA or the NFL. First thing to do is women swarm on them. Women that they've never seen and thought they would never get. That's how you ended up with Zion Williamson messing with a porn.
Thank you for the $25 PayPal.
We appreciate $1, but we would rather have 10. We appreciate $20, but we would rather have 50. We appreciate $50, but we would rather have 100. We appreciate $100, but we would rather have 200. Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
I'm trying to update my ticker. Right. They're playing again. Where my video tab disappeared?
I can't cornstar. Mm-hmm. How she ends up telling on him, but she didn't tell on none of the white men she had been with for years. She had never been with any black men, but she came out and told on him because destroying his image is funny. It's cute. These men haven't been with women like this and hadn't had that kind of money. So of course they're going to make the mistakes, like just like buying cars.
Thank you, Miss B, for the $20 super chat.
We appreciate $1, but we would rather have 10. We appreciate $20, but we would rather have 50. We appreciate $50, but we would rather have 100. We appreciate $100, but we would rather have 200. Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
That they can't afford, buying houses that they can't afford. These things will happen to people that aren't used to having it. Derek Jackson, is he not a prime example of telling you how you should treat a married woman? Then what did he do? Mistreat his married woman. Why would y'all listen to what anybody's saying on the internet? They're saying what will get them clicks, cash apps, and whatever it is. So if they see me say something, that's why it popped up all these dudes repeating what I said.
It's all entertainment, man. It's all. That's why I hate when people be like, "You a clout chaser." Nigga, if you're not a clout chaser and you're in this business, you're gonna be a failure. You better be a clout chaser too, because we all want motherfuckers to watch. If we didn't want nobody to watch us, we would talk in the mirror to ourselves. It's just simple. We are on social media to get people to watch us, to click, to like, to engage.
They didn't live my life, but they sure were repeating it like they did. They would put on the whole repeat the same words. So you get a lot of people just saying the same words. Then when you have an enemy, because that brother said it earlier, he said it correctly. He was trying to explain to the young lady. Well, if that same thing had happened to Tommy, you wouldn't be wondering what's his side, because almost every time somebody has said anything about me, ain't now one of y'all women said, well, we haven't heard Tommy's side yet. Nope. Went right along with whatever they said, because we don't like Tommy. And Tommy for 20 years has been the same dadgum guy. Ain't got in none of that trouble, but he's different. He's a bad guy. Well, why is he bad? I just don't like him. So if those bad things happen to him, I won't even try to find a reason to say, how do we know he did that? How do he know he said that? The problem is, if somebody's going around making fun of other people, and there's old saying, there but before God go I. Whenever you're making fun of what happened to somebody else, what are we supposed to do when it happened to you? I always hate that they laughed at Meg Thee Stallion when she broke up and cheated on this one guy. She even put his name in a verse on a song, making fun of the fact that he was crying over her cheating and leaving. But now all of a sudden, we're supposed to feel sorry for what happened to her because Clay did the same thing. And he didn't even do it. We got people that hate Clay because apparently they had a simple conversation where he just hit her up and said, I don't think I can be faithful, which is what you think somebody would want. And you took it to the internet. After all this, now you talk about you don't think you can be faithful. What's he supposed to do? If you change your mind, you ain't supposed to tell the person. He didn't go to the internet. He didn't clown her. He just told her. And now you got all these women hating that man who they didn't even know 6 months ago because she told the story of what happened. The same woman that's got a man in jail for 10 years right now. Same woman. The same woman that lied on television said, I never slept with him, then found out she did. Same woman. This is what the guy was talking about. Y'all pick y'all favorites and y'all go down with the ship. If it's somebody y'all like, y'all won't hold them to it. We got churches down here in Atlanta. Eddie Long was in that church. There is no way if them allegations that came out against me that people would have said, let's still keep listening to Tommy. But because they like Eddie Long, they stayed at that church. And then brought another guy in named Mr. Bryant. He's now down here telling them that it should be okay to his wife wear a dress where she looks naked in it because the Lord gave her that body. And then he said out of his own mouth, if you were a woman that other men don't want, you should leave her. This is the pastor saying this. And yet, because they go to the church, they ain't never call him a degenerate.
Well, damn, that man said God gave her that body. God and that surgeon she paid. But yeah.
Like Tommy.
Nice comeback, Pastor.
Oh, because I say something you don't like about black women that you cannot find the untruth in. Nobody's ever said, Tommy told this, that, he lied. Tommy said this, it's untrue. It's just, I'm black, they black, my mama black, and I shouldn't say that. So therefore, you hate my guts. And if a car hit me, you going to congratulate the car. If a girl come out, y'all done seen it. There been plenty of girls came out and straight lied. Nobody said, I don't know. Let's hear Tommy's side. They just kept spreading the lie. And then when you found out it was a lie, who came back and printed the retraction? Who came out and said, man, that girl lied on Tommy? Nope. Because you'd rather throw dirt on people you don't like and you'd rather run a shield game on people you do like. That's why people hate hypocrites. If you like women, I don't sit up here and lie to y'all and tell y'all I don't like women. Or anybody do that? That's stupid. Nope. I tell y'all every gum flaw I have. So if you find out something I've done, you probably was ready to find that out. You like, he always talk about that. How am I gonna get mad at him? That's what he talk about. Everybody else is hypocrites. They get online to try to act like they better than everybody else. And then when they dirt come out, they say I'm just human.
So I guess I could agree with the overarching point of it. I don't agree with the examples that you use to get to the overarching point.
Which example? Which one?
Meg Thee Stallion. I don't agree with that argument.
You don't agree with which part of that?
I don't agree with it is because something happened with a gun. Her foot got ricocheted off of something. So whatever happened with her in that car that night, something absolutely happened. Tory is most likely to blame her for whatever happened between whatever happened in that car, and he cannot prove it otherwise, or he would have said somebody else pulled the trigger and it was a ricochet that hit her foot. Did she get a bullet in her foot? No. Did a bullet? I was talking about her cheating direction. Most likely, yes.
I talked about her cheating on a man, putting a man name in the song, making fun of him for crying about her cheating, and then now people are trying to feel. Now they're trying to feel sorry for her having the same thing happen to her, which is cheating.
So the cheating part, that's fine. I don't know too much about the partisan Fontaine. I don't know exactly because I really don't follow people relationships. I just try.
Hello, everyone coming in. Was it Scorpio Mama? You came in acting like a brat. You came in acting like a brat, Scorpio Mama. That's why I called you a brat the other day. If you don't act like a brat, I won't call you a brat. But hey, everybody, including Scorpio Mama. Scorpio Mama, she want to be singled out when she won't be singled out when she speak. That's being a brat. Hey, my white friend, how you doing? You had some green jello today? Or you back at home?
To talk about
that was all I'm saying. That was the part I was talking about.
If she made a teasing towards cheating and then now she got cheated on, hey, y'all brothers are doing a good job of holding account.
Yeah, that was it. And
I just don't think it's funny either way. I don't think it's funny that Partisan had to go through it. It ain't funny for him to go through it and he felt a certain way. It ain't funny for him. And I don't think it's funny for her. So for me, I held the same standard. If if it ain't good for the goose, it ain't good for the gander neither, in my personal opinion. Sometimes that's why I get beat up though, because I hold the standard. Even if I don't like the person, I still will hold the standard for that person that I do not like. So that's why a lot of times I get into scuffles. But this dude, I do look at it a little differently because he wound up getting his nose wide open. I do not agree that he was new money because he's been doing this for a long time. I'm pretty sure he got money for at least 3-4 years.
That's new money, man. Do you not know what new money is?
But I'm just saying,
okay, let me tell you how it's new money.
I'm just saying at least because I don't know.
How
Because I
long?
don't know. I just threw that number out there because I really don't know his situation.
Yeah,
You know
what I'm saying is like
Right.
new money is you, if you've been alive 40 years, you've only had you've only had enough 3 years. That's literally new money. You didn't grow up with it. You didn't have a lot of things. So it's like this is new. It's newfound. That's why people who win the lottery typically go broke within 5 years.
Okay, so now can we start having a conversation on all these passport sisters, these Filipino, Asian style women taking advantage of black men? Because it seemed like that is being the new situation, right? Because you just explained to me that I didn't know that Fresh, he got.
They're not taking advantage of them. They ain't taking advantage of them. Taking advantage of them how?
Taken advantage by a woman that is in the same situation as this lady, some type of Filipino Asian style woman. And now this young lady, she's an Asian Filipino style woman. She took her. So that's two examples in recent time that these women are taking advantage of our black brothers. Can we talk about how the passport is putting black men in danger? They sucking on those scopolamine titties and everything, getting all their money taken. You know, let's have a conversation about that as well.
Are they taking advantage of black men? One, when you say all these, if all you can do is name two, when there are thousands of influencers, even if you just go on influencers, there's thousands of them, but you can only name two. But I promise you, I can name you way more black ones that's taking advantage of them than the Asian one. So do we skip the black ones because they're black, so they should be allowed to do it?
No, I just want to have a conversation on the topic of these type of women that are taking advantage of black men. I don't know them because they're not a part of my culture. So therefore, I don't know who this woman is. I don't know how she was a Filipino Instagram supermodel, whatever she was before this whole situation happened. She would never be a part of my worldview at all.
No, I was just saying that there's two though.
Well, and I only brought the two that you brought into the conversation. You brought the.
Oh, no, I didn't say nothing about Fresh. I had to Fresh my dog. I didn't bring that up. Y'all did.
I'm just having the comparison that it was the same phenotype of woman. Is all I'm saying. You brought because I didn't know what
they got like Asian women. You know what we need to talk about? The fact that they keep getting these IG models. That's why all these girls are going to IG and just posting their pictures. Because think about it. They know they can easily get these new money dudes. Almost all of them are getting caught on Instagram. Those women on Instagram shaking their thing, whatever the guy likes, the guy finds it. That's why they even have, I can tell you from experience, that's why they got booking information on it. You know what the booking information is? Let me just tell you the game. You go there, you book them, you buy them, you pay them, you screw them. It doesn't.
They people from the manosphere.
I'm not even trying to be funny. One of the first things I did when I started doing whatever it was doing, I started having access to girls I used to watch on Corn Girls. They started hitting me up. I didn't know it was that type of thing. So girls I used to sit there and watch, I now am actually being able to physically be with.
Are they black or they're right?
This is why on my show, I can hold on, Big J. I'll give you a chance to speak to him. Just give me a second. This is why on my show, almost every day, I have a conversation about men need to take lust and degeneracy from the top of their value system so they don't keep getting caught up in a share shop. A Fresh or Abanal is another victim to it, even though he is, from what y'all are saying, that he is the moral high ground. But when you have lust, it doesn't matter if you're a good dude, bad dude, in the middle, indifferent, and that's at the top of your value system, it will give you horse blinders to not see a goddamn red flag target. Like the red flags were so big, it was a complete Target store, and he just ignored every last one. You blocked her in 3 weeks. Hey, ain't no coming back from blocking you in 3 weeks. That's a problem. And we need to have more conversations so men can sort these things out in a quicker fashion. So
We appreciate $1, but we would rather have 10. We appreciate $20, but we would rather have 50. We appreciate $50, but we would rather have 100. We appreciate $100, but we would rather have 200. Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
We won't keep having the same problems in relationship as we move forward.
But if you think about it, that's it. And when that's part of the thing I was telling men, when you have been told your value system is you don't get no P, even if you think about this, these women will tell men they don't know you're an incel, and it's black men. An incel is a guy who's involuntarily celibate, meaning he can't get women even though he wants them. Now this guy feels like he has to prove to that girl, those girls, and the world that he does not only get a woman, but some women. So men will go out recklessly trying to prove their manhood. That's a weird thing. Yeah, you got somebody in your comment section that's got a wrench. Weird person. Told y'all I got ED. She said I have ED, so no wonder I'm mad.
At least you watching, Tommy.
The guy meant in the comments. That's what I think Keon's the one who said it. That's what he meant.
Mm.
I don't know this person. This person's literally. Why would you sit up there and tell this lie? He's got ED. Another person's got a wrench in your comment section. Crispy grifting at its finest. That's what he meant. Y'all can't even have a conversation with me without just writing stupid stuff. And as that woman called him funky and flabby, and you said that's funny. That's the problem. Y'all talk about me.
It was funny.
It wasn't funny at all because what makes him funky? And the guy's in shape, so how is he fabulous?
It don't matter. It's funny.
No, that's my point. If you don't like someone, you can say anything. Tommy's got ED. Because y'all children. But that's the point. So when you talk about all these people, these are black people that are getting into these problems. And why? Because y'all never have no real conversation with people. Ever. Y'all have conversation with people you like and people who don't.
So the problem is, Tommy,
how can you ever give real information?
Tommy, the issue is that we are actually having a really dope conversation, and it's moving forward. Actually, we actually in agreeing with the lust and degeneracy that men need to take that off the top of their value system. It need to be somewhere around.
No, but I was going to tell you how they got it.
So, but when you add in,
how they got it, because you have these boys,
and I want to address that part.
I got that these boys are being told as they little. Your value is you need to either get money, get swag, get clothes, get all these things to do what? To not be a lame that can't get women.
Right. And so
that is the top of their value.
Right. So the issue is, when are we going to stop promoting and pushing that same value system? Because it haven't stopped yet. And this is why we have been able
about insults.
I got you. And this is why we've been able to been tricked for so long, because people put on the facade of having these things, having the rented cars, the rented apartments, the music bills, all that stuff is not real, but it has the facade of being real. And a lot of our brothers, especially our young ones, they get caught up in this lust and degeneracy type of value system, believing that it's going to get them to escape out of it. And the problem is, once we get older, men like me and you that get older to understand that, no, it's through blood, sweat, and tears is how you get yourself out of a poverty situation. And we are not stepping up and explaining this to young men way before they fall into the trap. Because we see it happen. They fall into this trap of chasing the wrong thing, and i.e. the main thing they try to chase is some goddamn vagina.
But that's just it. You remember what you
said? We on our soapboxes today, huh? Okay, go ahead.
When a guy said something to you earlier that I heard, and he was saying women will always be a bigger victim than men. You said, no, this woman, and he was trying to explain to you, no, a woman, doesn't matter what woman it is, she will always be able to be a bigger victim than you. She can punch you in the face. If you punch her back, she can fall down and cry, and everybody gonna say you hit a woman, even though it was mutual combat. Everybody knew it was. You still should have done that. The point is, you're saying these men's lust, which is true. But look at what the women are doing. They're seeing these men's money. So whenever these women get taken to Tanzania and don't make it back, how many men say, should have been chasing that money? Shouldn't have been chasing that whatever it was when they pass away because they went and got a BBL. We don't give them the same smoke that their decisions cause them a problem, because these women who go to hotels and they get great, or they get because they was chasing a dude with money, we should say the same thing. There's too many women out here chasing money. They're getting BBLs, putting on makeup, putting on IG. That's why I pointed out to you, the girls on IG have booking information, and they just show up to dude's house that they don't know just because the dude promises them $1,000. You've seen several videos of these so-called great women getting on flights to see men they've never seen, going out of the country to do the same thing. So yes, the men's lust is a problem, but the women's lust is a problem too. It's just that they have more avenues to get away with it. That's why I brought up Meg Thee Stallion. If Abba had sent out a video saying, these are the text messages of me telling her I love her, and she blocked me once I said I want to be a daddy, we wouldn't feel sorry. We would clown him. That's what you gonna sucker for love, ass nigga. That's what we would do. It's the same situation in general, not but in general. But that's why I brought up.
They supported DDG. You remember when DDG had that? I
want to flush it out. I want to flush it out. So I want to address the whole thing in full. I want to make sure. You good there, Tommy?
No. I said yeah.
Okay, so and again, so those women that are on the IG that is sex workers, that is not nowhere near close to the majority of women. That's number one. Number two, this idea that if it's mutual combat, that is on an equal playing field, is just not true. If I slap some,
I could have sworn he said the majority of women on IG, not just the majority of women.
And they shoot me, nobody's going to call that equal. Right, even though we both fought. So a woman slapping a man and a man punching a woman, it is not equal. And even if they both did an open hand slap, it is just not equal mutual combat in any form, because for all I understood that men are the stronger vessel.
Do you not know what mutual combat means? Do you not know what mutual doesn't mean we're both the same? It means we agreed. If I go fight, if I punch Shaq and Shaq punches me, is Shaq the same size as I am?
No.
Is it not mutual combat in the eyes of the law?
Yes.
Yes, because I agreed to it when I punched him. I agreed to the result.
Mutual combat with a woman, though, sounds crazy as hell.
No, but you need to hold on. Why not? I have daughters. I don't tell them. I tell them, look, you hit a man, he has the right to hit you back. Well, I don't know how he was raised, and you don't know. Why would you do that?
That's fine that you can
Why
raise.
Why we teach people to keep their hands to themselves?
No. Hold on. So we are going to raise our young human beings to keep their hands to themselves.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what gender, keep your hands to yourself. However, when we are having a conversation, we got to pay attention to words like mutual, because everybody is not going to have that context of how you was trying to frame it as, hey, I had an agreement to fight with you. We got into a squared circle. We got into a mutual understanding that we are going to go to fisticuffs.
Nigga, mutual means we both agree to it. It don't got nothing to do with equal. It means both of y'all are agreeing to violence.
When you say mutual agreement with a woman putting her hands on him first and then he slaps her back, when you say mutual, it gives certain men the go ahead to say, hey, I have a right to slap a bitch down to the ground. And that is the issue with the wording that you chose.
You do, based on how you was raised. But you actually do if she hit you first, nigga. If she hit you first and you call the police, that bitch going to jail. If you hit her back, it's mutual combat. They might take both of y'all. But that's how it goes, sir. You, depending on how you was raised, you do have the right to smack a woman down to the ground if she puts her hands on you, because she ain't supposed to be hitting you at all. You ain't supposed to be hitting her.
And even
but there's also an issue that you cleared,
I'm glad that you, and I just want to say this so I can give you a little bit of flowers right now, that you cleared it up and explained what you meant by mutual, because that before we had the context of what you meant by mutual.
You misunderstood the word.
No, that's fine. That's what the definition means. But when we use it in a conversation, what people tend to use it as in definition, like we understand what bread means, but sometimes it could be used in a way where it means money, right? So when you said mutual combat of a man and woman, people don't look at it as definition textbook of mutual. They looked at it as it was a equal combat. So we got to just be careful.
You can show me a time where mutual meant equal.
The way how you used it just now. But we corrected it. That's fine.
That way.
No,
you said you put it that way.
You did. So let me just be clear.
You can find a sentence that bread means money. You can't find a sentence where mutual means equal.
Let me be clear with it. You didn't mean to use it that way. What I'm saying is that the audience could receive it that way. So that's why we have to.
They're dumb.
That's fine.
If you said 2 plus 2 is 4, and the audience perceived it that you meant 6. Really?
That's fine. So, hold on. What I'm saying is this, Tommy. It's fine that they could be dumb, stupid, and all that. Even Keon said when he heard that, hey, that sounds crazy. So what I'm trying to
get he didn't. He said he understood it. He just said,
and it sounds crazy.
You understood exactly what I said.
I knew exactly. But
yes, he did not say that.
So what I'm saying is, so we cannot ignore the fact, the reason why he even said it sounds crazy, right? So it sounds crazy because of X, Y, and Z.
Because he's saying that he don't believe that even when a woman hit a man, he believes a man should never hit a woman. And then even when I told him, I said, the problem is we don't know how other people's houses are raised. So you better tell your daughters. And that's he shook his head. He said, well, you got a point there. I tell my daughter something because not every household is raised that way.
That is,
and if you raise, and think about it this way, I agree with you with what you're trying to say, what we may be doing and making men do something. How about this? If you keep saying men never put your hands on women, what are you encouraging women to do?
Nothing. I'm not encouraging women to do anything at all.
Yes, you are. Oh my Jesus. If they know they're not going to get hit, if I know that nothing happens if I don't pay Discover card back, do you think I'm going to pay the bill?
I think you will. I think you will.
Oh my. I'm an honest man. I'm not paying Discover back if I know nothing's going to happen. That's free money. That's free money.
That was such a wild. That was a good analogy to pin me in the corner. I like it. That was a good pin in the corner comment.
That's why I'm not gonna lie. That was smooth.
I like it, but
I don't know why we won't tell people. Somebody's encouraging us not to tell children. Nobody put their hands on nobody.
No,
why is it we only say men don't put hands on women?
And I also want to acknowledge that was the first thing I said. We should teach our young children, our young human beings, I said, actually, that keep their hands to themselves. It doesn't matter what gender. You agree, you shake your head. So that's also, but And that's fine. However, I think the issue is as well that I have is the way how you framed it away from the Filipino women and these sex workers and how they are taking advantage of a certain group of men. No, but we know it's more than two, right? We could pinpoint the two famous ones that did it recently in a couple of years, but we for sure know famous.
Who aren't even famous. If it was happening so much, we'd hear some
regardless,
actors, we'd hear some football players, baseball players. We'd hear about all these guys who've been getting got by Asians.
Non-black. What I'm saying is this: it's plenty of non-black women taking advantage of our black brothers, and the problem is that they get taken advantage of because our black brothers actually believe this remedial rhetoric that they need to go get their passport, go to another country, and those women are better. And
the men that get the women from them countries, they got them while they were here.
The men that are going over with their passports, they're going to buy pussy anyway. They are going to buy pussy. They're not there for nothing else other than to go buy pussy. So they're not being taken advantage of. They're going to buy pussy. They could get robbed in the U.S., but for some reason they feel the need to go abroad.
Here, they didn't leave and get them women. They got them here.
Right, but we ain't talking about those two men anymore. We talking about the ones that is on the lower level. We talking about the danger of a lot of our black brothers getting deleted in other countries because they are going to these places for lusting. And like, I don't know why we trying to act like we don't understand that. Am I off that we don't have a bunch of brothers with their passports, getting themselves in danger, sucking on smoking them titties, and all these things? Is that a true? Hold on, is this a true statement that is a bunch of brothers getting robbed and putting themselves in danger, going overseas, chasing some vagina?
Yes, that is very true. That is very true.
But you just introduced that. This was not what we have been talking about before. This is just.
It was what he stated. Like that's why I came up here. I came up here to talk about the Filipino girl.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring you in shortly, Lorena and Big J. So the reason why, like, I understand, I was attempting to use the scenarios that was already brought up to have a different, broader conversation. Is what I was saying. And I understand those are just two women. We can make it very specific on just two women, but I was trying to take it off just the two women so we can have a broader conversation on the dangers that black men putting themselves into with degeneracy and lust is what I was attempting to do.
To be fair, he did try to make it broader earlier.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. I can have that conversation, but that is a new conversation.
Yes.
But having that conversation, we have to then ask, who have we seen get deleted more being a passport person? The women or the men?
Well, so I think we have an issue.
Way more stories of women being passport cis and divestors who lost their life than the other way around. And if y'all love them like y'all say y'all do, y'all would have that conversation. You would. If a woman traveling by herself is way more dangerous if she's traveling to the Philippines or traveling to Bali or traveling wherever they go, Tanzania, by themselves is way more dangerous than a man. And y'all claim y'all love women way more than I do. Why would you talk about men and refusing to help the women?
Tommy, perfect. Who are they in danger from? Who's the danger?
Oh, man.
Well, hold on. The women who go out of the country, they're in, that's why I said divestors and the ones who are trying to be passport cis. They're in danger of typically the white men or those men in those other countries. The men have an easier time fighting off threats. Remember, I'm a man. If I go to another country, if a dude says he want to jack me, he got to get a bunch of dudes to do it. Those women are getting had simply by going to the bar, somebody spiking their drink, and boom. Because they're women, and when they're by themselves, they're easy to get.
Perfect. And I've been attempting to have this conversation how women need to be very careful of men because men are a very dangerous thing, especially if they can isolate you somehow. And I'm glad that you was the one that brought this up. What you knew I was going to address what he was saying.
Like, he knew you were going to blame.
Oh no, I knew you were dangerous.
Of course.
Hold on.
I accept his premise. I do accept that he's right for his premise because we physically are bigger than them. So even if you think he might be doing something, he's actually right in his premise because I tell my daughter the same thing. Why would you find yourself? I tell you, got to tell me.
Every day.
I told my daughter, there's no reason for you to go to any man's house so you can tease him, tell him I want to do this tonight, because you don't know what that man got in his head, and he's physically probably stronger than you. So just say, if you know you ain't gonna do nothing, don't go to no man's house. If you know you ain't gonna do nothing, don't go to no man's hotel, because you don't know how he was raised or how thirsty he is, and he might be willing to take your life. Well, first, he might be willing to take it from you, and that might be the easiest thing to happen to you.
So Tommy, do you think that men are inherently dangerous?
Hold on, no. I said I don't know y'all. Just like I don't invite y'all to my house. You know why? Because y'all men and y'all might rob me or y'all might just dap me up and have a good time. I don't bring none of y'all to my house.
Let's go.
Tommy,
I don't.
so
Y'all
Tommy,
making Sharon feel good, Tommy.
Hold on. No.
Shit. No, you ain't finna guess like this yet. No, I'm not done yet. I'm ready.
No,
Boy, you making Sharon feel good in the mud.
Hold on. Absolutely not. Y'all getting muted right away. Go ahead, Tommy. Keep on cooking. Keep on cooking. Nah, we ain't letting y'all stop it now. Go ahead, Tommy.
Who don't agree with it?
I'm just saying, look, this is why I'm saying, like, y'all have seen several interviews of mine. It's been a lot of women, not trying to say women aren't dangerous, but I know women have to go get men. Why do you think on the Tinder, those women that are getting men set up, they have men when they bring them in to their house, it be other men jump out of the closet to get them. It ain't other women that jump out the closet and get them. Why they don't have 4 women trying to jack you? Why?
Because it ain't gonna work.
Why is it that when I did a show last night, when the woman got mad, the conversation wasn't going her way, what'd she say? I'm getting my husband. So your husband was going to be the threat, not you. You was just going to be the mouth to hype up the threat. That's why we call it putting a battery in somebody's back. The thing, who got the battery put in the back? You don't put no battery in a woman's back. You put a battery in a man's back because he can blindly do something. I'm not trying to be funny, but there are men who said they say the worst time for a woman, one of the most dangerous times, is when she's trying to just simply leave a relationship. They don't say that's the most dangerous time for a man.
Hey, listen, go off, brother.
I've always been honest. Y'all just don't like it when I say something you don't like, but nobody can come in and say, oh, what he said is factually inaccurate. Everything I'm saying is factually accurate. You just might not like the way it sounds, like mutual combat. It was factually accurate. You didn't like it. And even when you said you can't slap somebody and they shoot, go to Florida. Florida, I don't have the right. I don't have to retreat.
Hold on.
You put your hands on me, I can lay you down.
Hold on, Big J.
If that's the case,
I got you, Big J. I promise I got you. You want to get a chance to address them. I want to just for a little bit longer, Big J. I just want to maintain the concept before we start bringing whatever, because I know people want to bring up your past and everything else. But listen, what I want to say is this, right?
I'm right.
Look, when I'm glad that you said it, because I've been saying this for the past month now, right? This is what we teach our daughters, and we gotta just be honest about what we are teaching our kinfolk, the women that's in our lives that we love, that we are not in relationship, family members, nieces, aunties, blah, 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 right? We teach them this. We tell them to have pepper sprays, put the key in between their finger, and look behind. Like we give them all these social
cues. Don't go down no alleys by themselves. Don't trade open drinks. Ain't nobody trying to sit up there and drug your son at the bar. They doing it to your daughter though. And how about this? Let me tell you something. As much and bad as I talk about black women, who put their hands on me when I went in Harlem? Was it women? Or was it? It was men. And why was it men?
Why?
And think about it. I don't say nothing about them.
Protecting black women.
It was, so the threat wasn't women. The threat wasn't women. I've had several, for as many times I've had black women at my house, the physical threat was not them. Now, what Abba or Preach, whichever one it was, he didn't receive, he still had a threat, but because we don't tell men also to perceive the mental, emotional, and financial threat that women have, because I don't have a threat from men that some man I worked with 10 years ago gonna come out and put a lawsuit and said I raped him or I sexually harassed him. I know I don't have to worry about that, but you can have women you've been with 30 years ago come out and say you did something you never did, and somebody's gonna listen. So they both are threats. They're just different threats. A man is a physical threat.
All right, perfect. And so, hey, listen. I just want to say this to my peoples. I've been cooking up for a long time, and I get it. I don't have the clout yet for people to just take what I'm saying and understand what I'm saying. Or it could be I might have a reverse version of what Tommy got. They don't like my ass. They like to hate watch my black ass. And so because me and Tommy literally almost verbatim, like you watched my show and regurgitated it, we said the same thing. Damn near verbatim.
Well, truth is the truth.
And the reason why is because we both being honest about, because we have females in our lives that we are willing to protect with them, with whatever tools that we can give them when they're not around us. We are going to give them that tool. And that's just
Sharon, I've always been honest. Whether they like me or not, people have never seen me be one-sided. The guys that are telling me, oh, Tommy, don't give him that ammunition, because they've seen you be one-sided. That's the only reason why they're saying it. If you cut it down the middle the whole time, you'd be hated as much as I do. Because the same women would like you when you said something one day, would hate you when you said something the other day. So you can't keep friends being honest. Jesus will tell you that.
No, but today I was on this woman's ass the whole day today.
Yes,
this lady, this lady, I was on.
That's because she's Asian.
No, it's not just because of that.
And that lady's a boy. That lady's a man.
It's not.
It sounds like you got a problem with her race. You're just like, I'm not trying to be funny, but it sounds like you're placating to black women. Because your premise was these passport brothers go out in this country.
I got you. So the problem is this. Like, I'm just being honest with what I'm seeing. Right. So if we had a conversation or a show about a negative black woman, I don't have no problem with keeping it on that black woman. The problem is most of the time, right, when we have these conversations, they would look at somebody like Meg, and then they would turn that into the totality of black women.
Sharon.
That's the issue that I actually have with a lot.
Bro, you co-sign Meg.
See you, Sharon.
You co-sign Meg.
They keep jumping in, and then you see how they keep jumping in, right? Most of the time, I'm having a conversation about men because I am a man. I know what it goes through to be a man. So I'm having conversations on things that I can actually help people with. I cannot help a woman be a woman. That is just I don't try to be in that lane. If somebody was a car guy, I do not go to his show and say, why you don't talk about motorcycles?
No. I don't say, but it is not that you don't talk about women. It is literally in the aspect of when you're talking like earlier. The first thing you said was, well, you can't say it's mutual. And all I said was, if a woman hit a man, he should be able to hit her back. Well, you can't call that mutual because now you're encouraging men to hit women. And you didn't understand that if you did say it, wouldn't you inherently discourage women from hitting men? If they knew these men could hit them back, wouldn't it be a discourage? Just like what you're saying about these men. If they knew being with these going on these passports and it could be dangerous to them, do you say that because you think they're going to more go, or you hope fewer of them are going to go once they see the danger?
Yeah, that's why.
So then if you did the same thing with women, if you said, if you see the danger that men can actually hit you back, maybe fewer of you will be trying to fight men.
Okay, so let me do this.
But does this contradict the?
I got to, let me just set the stage so everybody, because me and Tommy been talking for a long time. So I know. So let's do. We got Big J. He want to have something to say. We got Afro Nerd. Everybody hates Mont. I believe that's the order that y'all came in. Y'all was the few people that just came in. So we got Big J, Afro Nerd. We have Mont. And we have Lorena. They haven't said a word yet today, so we're gonna go with them. I don't know why you look at me. Y'all get on my goddamn nerves when y'all be trying to have. I don't know what that is. So we got Big J, Afro Nerd, Mont, Lorena, and then we're gonna bring in our original people that's already been a part of the conversation already. So after Lorena, I believe PhD would want to go. So Big J.
I just have a question. Are the bounties on?
No, I did put them on. I didn't.
Okay, I was just asking. All right.
So, Big J, Afro Nerd, Mont, Lorena, go.
So no, they're not on.
No, they're not on.
Oh, okay, all right. I was just verifying.
Okay, but how can you? Okay, but if we're gonna talk about hypocrisy, right? How can you just say what you just said for the last 30 minutes, Tommy? When you're known for the pound cake song, explain that.
What do you mean known for it? You saying this? I bet you nobody. No. You said I'm known for it, but I bet you nobody up here can tell you what the lyrics were. So I'm apparently not known for it. That's like saying I'm known for wearing
pound cake and a black woman, right?
You know it. And again, if you think about
I know it, but you made it on my pound cake and a woman.
Hold on, I'll tell them exactly what the song was. I said, if a woman hit me or a woman hit you, beat them down. They'll keep their hands to themselves next time. How am I being a hypocrite? Do you know what hypocrite means?
Because the image was not of men. The image was a black woman getting her ass beat on a sidewalk. No, so come on.
No, sir. I literally say I ain't never said.
No. See, I know the people on here are new. The people on here are new. They don't know that. Me and you know each other for over 10 years. Come on, now, Tommy. You sit there. You sit there and made a song about pound cake and a woman. Now how see how hypocritical you are? You
I don't know who this slow nigga is, but Tommy said earlier, if a woman smack a man and a man smack her back, that's mutual combat. So if he made a song about pound cake in a hole, and the song was about if a woman hit you, hit her back, and he's saying the same thing now, how is that hypocrisy? That's being consistent.
I sounded hypocritical when I just said to Sharon, I said, a woman put her hands on you, you should be able to hit them back. How is that hypocritical?
And then though, I'm gonna ask you another question then. What is
and then though, let me ask you another question.
Your value set.
That's
I want to know what tell everybody, tell everybody your value set?
I mean, that's
In
a broad
life?
question.
In life, like,
When it comes
That's what
to
I'm saying, that is a
when it comes
broad
to
question. Why would you-
when it comes to
Can you
the black
specify?
female,
Can you drill down a bit?
can you when it concerning the black female?
What my value set? One, I believe if
Yes.
okay, I'll try to throw something out there and then you tell me. I believe that if you got money, you should not get married. I believe marriage is for broke folks. You broke, especially if you can live on if you living on a couch and you find a woman that's willing to put you in the house, go ahead and do it. But if you got money, no.
Is that for men and women?
Oh no, yeah, but I ain't very many women that I know that got a bunch of money. But if you got some, yes, because most women with money, they actually understand it and believe that. Y'all don't want to get married when you got some money. Who you trying to marry? Nobody. You ain't trying to let no man
with
have
more money.
Hold on. And every time y'all see a woman with money get divorced and the dude get the money, how do y'all treat that dude? Y'all call him all kind of punks and he weak. Why would you take a woman's money? So yes, it's both ways, man. I agree. Both ways. You got money.
All right.
Number two.
So let me pass it to I believe it was
I think I'm next.
Afro Nerd, Mont, then Lorena. Go ahead, Afro Nerd.
Okay,
Mont,
so
Lorena.
I overheard that conversation you had with someone that as soon as someone comes on and says something you don't like, they get paid to be taken off. So I find that fascinating. So I bid welcome to Mr. Sotomayor because look, I can contrast with the gentleman and I can contour with him, right? He is keeping you honest, Sharon. And my issue, you have an issue with me as well. When we talk about what I think what you do, and you give that kind of look at me, you infantilize women. You infantilize women. When you're not being cute, you're doing them a disservice because they're talking about we want protection. Well, we can't give you protection because this is the wacky world we're in right now. We can't give you protection and then talk about down with the patriarchy at the same time. It's like I want to go fast, but I also want to go slow at the same time. This is why we are where we are. You must understand something about how this world is working, the current culture. So I want to hold you to the paint on this one. The culture is giving us mixed messaging. Hold on. You're twisting around without listening to what I'm actually saying. I want you to be honest for a change as to what is happening in the culture. The culture is dictating a lot of confusion. It's dictating a lot of confusion with the gender roles. It's dictating what gender even means. When jurist Ketanji Brown comes out and cannot answer what a woman is, that causes confusion. I am very supportive of women, traditional women. I would like to continue protecting them, but they don't necessarily want that protection, and yet they'll keep on demanding it. So this kind of confusion you don't want to address. When Tommy talked about the specificity of, let's say, these women that are of the evening. Well, the culture is of the evening. You have principals that are have OnlyFans pages. Why can't we talk about that dysfunction? We've been talking about black male dysfunction for over 45 years. I'm being kind. I can say 60 years. I got old ebonies. We've been talking about the Negro male problem for a long time. Now that you have such a thing as a manosphere, and we're trying to help black people in the collective, because I'm not really doing the gender thing. I want stand tall black men and black women to respect each other. But we have to start admitting that we have to start protecting these black boys. Anytime we start focusing on black men, on some of our feminist black men and black women, we can't do that. We can't help these black boys. They have a certain tick about that. When President Obama came up with My Brother's Keeper, well, what about the women? Well, I'm not against the women having help, but we do have to have a place to focus on black boys, don't we?
Okay,
we
we
have to
did that and it ain't help. So what? Okay, we devote the resources and then y'all still fail. So then
respectfully, your kind of misandrous anti-black
no,
talk.
I'm asking a question. You brought up.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not.
My Brother's Keeper is still going on, right? So that program is still.
So there's a time limit. There's a time limit.
There's a time limit. Is it ain't changed y'all none? And so okay, we put the resources right. The resources into these programs, and y'all still walk around being a bunch of degenerates. Also, nobody asking y'all for protection. We asking y'all not to harm us, right? Protection requires power, and black men don't have any in this society. Y'all can't even protect yourself.
Okay, so let's
this is proof right here. Sharon allows his host to say that about black men. What? I want y'all to just hear this. Sharon allows his co-host.
We can protect ourselves better than y'all. Fuck you mean? Whenever y'all get into it, y'all gotta go get a nigga. You gotta go get your cousin, your brother. What the hell?
Say that about black men. If I came up here and said that about black women, he'd shut me off.
I'm telling the truth.
I get it.
Stop me when I start lying.
If I had said that about black women, he would have shut me off.
Stop me when I start lying.
Okay, so
my brother's keeper was taken down by black pastors.
Hold on. Because
Wow.
first of all, I got called a liar, which is crazy. And I still let you talk. So I just want to show you how much I have patience to let you finish saying your statement, lie on me in real time, and I still allowed you to finish saying your nonsense. And I didn't.
Truth is nonsense nowadays.
And look,
Truth is nonsense. I agree with you.
You already interrupted me. Already. That's
My
very
apologies. My
that's very
apologies.
Interesting. That's very interesting. It's okay. You don't have to apologize. You can just shut up, right? Because I didn't interrupt nobody at all. Now, if you want to say something else, that's fine. So what I would say is this. I've got a question for Tommy real quick. Do you believe PH Diva actually lied or misspoke on what she said?
Well, when you say we're expecting protection, if you think about what you just said you have wife and daughters, and you give them the tools for protection. Didn't you say that's what you did? You said men who have this. She just told you you can't do that because you don't have no power. Well, I don't know about you, sir. I got a lot of power. That's why I got all them Cadillac cars, Cadillac trucks. That's why I got this 8100 square foot house.
We see the white boys, those racist white boys you be trying to cater to be over there kicking your black ass.
I still have power.
White boys be
Damn,
over
you
there kicking your black ass.
you gonna let this woman tell me I don't have power over my own self. And then that's why people just that's ridiculous to hear a woman I don't know tell me I don't have power. That's insane.
I can't do it if you're trying to do it too. So let me.
You ask me a question, I'm answering it. This woman starts saying, I get all through me talking. I didn't say anything. This is ridiculous.
Address the woman, Sharon.
Hold on.
Thank you. No one cut her off when she was saying all that about black women. I just
You're letting her defecate in the Pampers.
I just defended myself.
It's okay.
Was I lying?
Hold on.
You wouldn't even let me finish. I asked him a simple question. He asked me a question. I'm trying to answer it. Are you powerless, sir, to defend the women in your life? Yes or no?
Hold on, please. I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna say the yes or no, and then I want to be able to finish expounding on that. If that's okay with you, that's okay.
Oh no, I'll never have a problem with you expounding. I was trying to expound, and I got cut off. I don't know what
So,
happened.
no, I'm not powerless. However, what she was talking to us was the general population. And she wasn't putting it on a specific individual. So when we talk about in the general population, that is a different conversation. Anytime somebody says a black man, I don't automatically insert myself into that conversation.
I agree with you. Yet what has been those women's issue with me over the years? That I use the phrase black woman and then they personalize it. Every time, and you know it. And I'm speaking about the general consensus of what's going on. Every time I speak about, in general, I am correct.
So you say you did what PhD
you used the minority.
Hold on, y'all.
No, it's not the minority.
Hold on, this is why I didn't want
56% of black households have single parent homes.
Tommy, even you, I need you to understand when I say hold on.
You don't even understand what you just said.
Because when the interjections happen, it makes it more difficult. So, but I'm just addressing. I don't understand what happened in the past. I don't know. I understand you got a lot of things going on.
Why you even stop and say let the man answer?
So that's fair that you've been through a lot of things. Fine. What I'm saying is that's how I look at it when she said it. That's why I did not jump in.
So all I'm trying to say is,
if you want to contort it, that's fine.
No, I didn't do anything. I wanted to just answer, do you feel that way? And you said no, because you feel like you have power. Okay. And I was saying when I was talking, when I got cut off, that I have the same power. So a woman who don't live in my house and a woman who ain't never slept with me should not cut me off telling me I don't have that power that I said I do. That is weird. Would anybody cut her off and tell her the type of power she has in her own life? That would be insane. No, you don't.
We know that this is a society, and we know how this society.
I was talking about myself just like Sharon did.
But we know how
Did you
this
cut Sharon off
society.
from saying
You are not Superman.
Did you shut him off from saying Sharon, you don't have to Superman. Sharon, you ain't Superman. You ain't Superman, Sharon. Sharon, you ain't Superman.
Absolutely. In the show, we cannot have a conversation. Let her finish saying what she's saying.
She keeps doing it, man.
That's fine. That is fine. I don't need you to point that out. That's fine. You finish saying what you're saying. You did your part. Let her finish saying what she's saying so we can get back to actually having a back and forth. Let me run the show how I want to. I don't need to point out every little infraction, please.
I forgot she can disrespect me because she just
I'm not.
I couldn't.
I'm not saying that.
But you didn't stop her. You said continue to listen to her.
You finish saying what you're saying.
Okay.
So
infantilization.
The simple fact is that if you say black men,
do it one more time. Please don't come back. I'm trying to mine out a difficult conversation. You doing peanut gallery is not helping. You trying to have your little dumb that is funny. It's not. Sit your stupid ass down. Know where you at. You don't joke thinking about a difficult conversation. You doing peanut gallery is not helping.
Y'all pay attention to this part right here. I don't know what bruh said, but he went the fuck off on bruh for making a joke. He like, hell no, fool.
I'm back. I'm trying to mine out.
Say black men.
After nerd, do it one more time, please.
Infantilization.
The fact is that if
Hold
you
on.
say black men,
After nerd, do it one more.
Oh, okay. He said infantilization, saying you infantizing these women.
Time, please don't come back. I'm trying to mine out a difficult conversation. You doing peanut gallery is not helping. You trying to have your little dumbass joke thinking that it is not. Sit your stupid ass down. Know where you at. You don't run shit here. Don't act as if you do. So now Tommy was finished saying what he was saying to PhD. I was trying to get PhD to finish saying what she was saying back. Regardless, even if it's disrespectful or whatever the case is, you're having your jokes like the same way how you did your cackling joke. It's funny. She can have her version of whatever's funny, and we could just mine out a conversation. Just because a woman is speaking doesn't mean we got to have it contentious. So go ahead, PhD Diva, and then Tommy, you can get your chance to respond back to PhD Diva, please. Thank you. Go ahead, Diva.
Thank you, sir. What Crispy here would like us to believe is that he has some sort
just
of
this man out for the peanut gallery comment. See, and then he giggling along with her. But he cussed this man out. Cussed the man out for his peanut gallery conversation.
For an SAT word, by the way.
Yep.
Excuse me. Oh, come on, come back.
And that is, Tommy went live on his show and he responded, but that was right there. Like that's where their issue comes from. So when Sharon does the smoke show, Tommy was like, I'm gonna tell you what the hell I don't like about you, nigga. And we're about to listen to that now. What it do, Javon?
I got you. I'm gonna bring it up right now. And also, welcome into the show, the infamous Tommy Sotomayor. Man, I'm gonna bring it back when you're able to come up.
See, this happened this morning. This here is what happened today. This hot off the presses right here. This is the fresh roasted.
Welcome to the show, Tommy Sotomayor. Let me know what smoke you have for Sharon.
All right, I got a few things that I have for you. One, I believe a lot of y'all, and I'm putting you in there. I say a lot of y'all to try to make you feel a little bit better about it, because like you said about certain pages do. I say a lot of y'all, but I mean you too. Y'all are pseudo-intellectuals. You tried to stop me about saying mutual combat. Then, instead of taking the loss like a man would, you did what a woman would do and try to equivocate it to something else when it wasn't. There's no other way. Mutual combat means, equal or they have the same power. But you tried to say, well, there's some people who think it does. Well, then you'd explain.
He came in hot with microphone on Super Saiyan level. I had to order a new microphone. It'll be here between 4 and 8 a.m. I think this one has worn its course. I don't like how it sounds on the playback.
To them what it meant. You wouldn't use their definition when you claim you work across all these boards. Well, I was what's called a project manager in IT. And in doing so, I had to be able to speak both of their languages. But when one was talking computers to me, I didn't tell them they didn't know what they were talking about or that somebody else would think of it another way. They don't even do that when a translator comes and translates from English to Mandarin. Yet you kept trying to do it, trying to bog down the conversation for no reason, because you wanted to be right. Just like a little while ago, you were misusing words again. You said flush out. You kept saying flush out. That is not the term. Flesh out. Flesh, not flush. But you will argue it. But if you go Google it, if you go look it up, if you ask GPT, it will tell you it is not flush. You flush out.
That man woke up today and chose violence.
Hidden evils. You flesh out arguments that are trying to be built. It's basically saying you have a skeleton, you put flesh, meat, and bones on it. But y'all will sit here, most of y'all YouTubers heard what somebody else said. And then when you talked earlier, let me tell you what you did. You put yourself behind women, and you've heard people say to you several times. You cussed a man out for simply saying the words infanticize women. Basically saying you make them children. You cussed him out Said this ain't time for peanut gallery. We trying to have a real conversation. Cussed him out. And then in the next sentence, watch somebody not address me at all in the manner in which I was addressing everyone. You giggled. The men on the panel giggled because the niggas is jealous, and you are beholden to the women because there would be no way in hell I would have been able to come on your show and holler, bitch, nappy head hoe, or whatever it was to this woman. And then you disingenuously say, I don't know what your problem is with the word. I don't know where it came from. But it really seems to bother you that they say it. Now you will then say, when I did exactly what I just did, like you said about her, you said, well, when I was saying that she was cackling through you, you were taking shots and you know, you said I was making jokes. I'm not making a joke if that's what she actually did. How is it a joke if I just said, I'm talking and this person is, you're saying I'm making a joke. No, I talked about what they actually did. You sitting up there saying, crispy, you powerless. That doesn't make sense, especially after you just jumped on somebody. But after hearing somebody tell you, just like mutual combat, after hearing several voices tell you that might not be the thing to do. Now, you said as a man. Y'all love saying this phrase, as a man. And you let women come up here and say, as a man. Define a man. But you know what you don't do? Let those same women know yourself. Define women. So you don't get to define women, and they won't define women. But you'll tell people what a man is and what he should be doing and how you're the example of it. Even though you don't take it into account, like you said, those years in which you might have not been doing man things. Well, last I checked, when I hired people at IBM, I saw their whole resume. I didn't see half their resume. I didn't see a part of their resume. I saw the whole one. And I was able to ask them, why is it that here you didn't have a job at all for 6 months? Why is it that here you weren't in the field? You just told these people they should not be able to question.
I want to know what Sharon. I ain't listened to all this. Like I said, I heard the first 2 minutes of it. I was like, okay, Sharon is patiently waiting. I will give him that. This he got to have an epic clapback. He just patiently waiting. He might be writing notes. Thank you for the gifting of the membership, Ms. B.
We appreciate $1, but we would rather have 10. We appreciate $20, but we would rather have 50. We appreciate $50, but we would rather have 100. We appreciate $100, but we would rather have 200. Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
The man things you did, even when you were a man, albeit a young one. So those are just a few that I would like to have a discussion with you about, and I would love to get your input.
So, number one, I was still doing man things when I was 18. I was still figuring things out, getting better, using my experiences. So my 18-year-old experience versus my 40-year experience is just completely different. So we use the job interview situation. So IT, hey, I started off here as a, what's it do when you do IT and you just a help desk. I start off in help desk, and then I work my way up to now, 20, 40 years later. Now I am in AWS certified. I got all the certifications in AWS. And I'm telling you where I started from and where did I achieve and all the things that I graduated to. And so if you still try to say, hey, I don't believe your AWS because of what happened as me being a help desk person, that would be the issue. So that is the correlation to that. They keep trying to hold my skill set today as if they only look at one part of my resume when I was still a young man in this world as moving forward. And that's just a wrong thing to do. No hiring manager will ever hold you to when your first job. They will hold you from your last job to really see what skills you have and through communication. So that's number one. Number two, with the fleshed out versus fleshed out, I'm just going by what we say on this channel. We say flesh, whether the correctness is flesh, that's fine that you correct it. That's what the true definition is. But human beings use these words differently all the time. For example, like a jack of all.
This nigga is making an excuse for being wrong. He don't want to correct it. He said, well, I know you told me the correct usage of it, but I'm going to keep saying flush because that's what we do on this channel. That is stubbornness at its finest. You know who behave like that? Women.
Trades, right? Nobody ever finished out the whole quote. Blood is thicker than water. Nobody finished out that whole quote as well, right? Blood is thicker than water under the covenant. This is what it actually means. So there's plenty of things that we say that is accepted, depends on the community that is using it. So trying to act as if mutual combat just means the same for everybody by straight definition is just not.
There's only one meaning for mutual combat. If you don't have the standard definition that the general consensus definition of the word, then you're wrong. That's just plain and simple. You're wrong.
Here is what I'm saying. So some people will use it and not understand what you're saying. And that's why I want to focus on that, because I understand when I'm having conversation with people, we have to go by strict definitions, right, Tommy? I even pull up the definitions, Tommy. No bullshit. I pull up the definition. They will read the definition, agree with me that this is what the definition is, and then they will go against the actual definition. So that's why, so I'm just recognizing what happens sometimes within these conversations. So that's why I was trying to broaden up that understanding. Those are two. So I addressed two things, I believe.
Yeah, let's start there about what you say. You see how disingenuous that is? You said flush is what we use here. So that's how we understand it. You said then people will argue definitions when you will read to them what a definition is, and it's shocking to you that they do it. Didn't you just say that? You said you will tell them and show them exactly what it is, and they'll still be arguing.
Mm-hmm.
You did that to me with mutual combat. There was no reason for us to get stuck on that. Everybody uses it that way. It wasn't a phrase in which could be used that way and didn't mean something else, or it could be used another way. It wasn't. And I tried to tell you, we shouldn't be getting bogged down on this. There's no reason for it because there's only one way to use mutual combat, and it does not mean equal. It's never been used as equal. You tried to give me some examples of something else. This phrase has never been used that way. It shouldn't have been an argument. You made it wrong.
It's not about how it was used. It was about how people understand the English language. And when you having this conversation, right? Because even right now, people are going to argue about flesh and flush right now, right? And that's what's going to happen, right? Well, however, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is that the people that I'm communicating with on my channel, when they say, yeah, this is a mutual thing, it is not in the definition of what you was using in the context of how you was using it. And so that's the only reason why I brought it up and tried to change the word usage of how you was communicating it, because the way how my experience with people using this word around.
But you couldn't even find anybody on your panel. There was no one on your panel who had you. I was trying to give me, since you're going to force feed that, give me an example of where somebody else used this phrase, mutual combat, and they meant we're both the same size and have the same power. You couldn't, because it doesn't exist.
It happened a couple of times on my channel specifically when people use that phrase in the wrong context.
Then you would have corrected them.
I attempted to. And this is what I'm saying. So, and even after that example that I'm using, I might not have brought up that definition on that exact day. However, many a times I brought up exact definitions and they will still argue and say that I'm wrong. And so that's the only reason why I was trying to get you to understand the broader context of people would miss your context of what you're saying and take it for what they want to run with. And that's the only reason why I was trying to change the language a little bit. That's the only reason. And I also said while we was having a conversation, I agree with you. That's what the definition means. I agreed with you. That's what it meant.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but people are not going to take it that way. They're going to take it another way. And even if, right, and even though in that same stream, another person came, which he's in the back right now, he also, what he do? He brought up a song that you have talking about how you want to hit women and misrepresent the song and what you was trying to represent in that song. And so,
but I clearly, but and you have to hold on. Let me make sure we understand what happened there. But you want to acknowledge that what happened there is just like in your audience. Stinky Peen, Tommy Sotomayor's back. Has this person ever smelled my penis? No. When you say
me neither, by the way.
No, I'm just saying. The point is, you had a guy on your panel, and it didn't matter. He's been doing this for 15 years of finding a lie and going with it. So when you say he misunderstood, no, he didn't. It's just like you said, when those dudes come at you, it's because you are a man that they've never seen in their life. So that's the only way they know how to respond to it. You didn't give credence to maybe they were right, did you? Nope. You said hold on. That's what I'm saying. So this dude is not mistaken. Because if you're here, let me tell you what mistaken people do. Mistaken people can easily acknowledge when you're right as quick as they acknowledge when you're wrong. Then you know the person might have been mistaken. If the person has only told you when you're wrong, imagine believe they're mistaken when they just start piling things on you. Because if I say that you're wrong all the time and I never say that you're right, and that's the conversation we need to get into next about black women, because dude was right about you turning them into babies. If I never say that you're right, then that means I'm always focusing on what you do wrong, which a lot of people say that I do. Cool. Now you need to say, is the things that this person's saying to me are actually true? So you can call it hating, but if what the person is saying is true, let's address what they said. Like, the lady with the PhD, Cheyenne Bryant, the Cheyenne lady.
Mm-hmm.
She said they're hating on me because they're asking her for her PhD. But how are they hating when you'd want to know the PhD of the doctor you went to go have a surgery you got that they were supposed to operate on your leg, on your arm, on your heart? But she calls it hating because she doesn't like the question and doesn't have an answer to the question. Because nobody with an actual degree gets mad because you asked about it. Matter of fact, they worked hard enough to get it so they can brag on it. Why the hell would I have something that I work for that I do not want to brag on? But she liked what I say about the majority of black women. They have the ability to turn you into a hater from asking a real question. And that's what I see happening on your show a lot. And it ain't just me. It's neutral parties, like you said about Shaq. These people don't have a dog in the fight. And yet y'all want to dress the crap you're doing openly to people that they see you doing because you represent black women who won't even tell you what a woman is. Same group. Can't define this thing, but you're supposed to protect this thing.
So I definitely do not represent black women on anything I say. I talk about men because I am one. And I know what men go through when they're trying to figure things out. And when they whole life, they've been preached a certain rhetoric. And now that they got to a certain point in their life, they had to go against that grain of what they was taught because it was foul. They found out that was foul. So a lot of times people, especially my brothers, what happens is they look at it as you attacking them just because you are challenging their worldview and how it was incorrect. Them keep building up after 20 years of living a certain way. You say, hey, lust and for me personally is what I tell them. Lust and degeneracy need to be taken off the top of your value system. You need to put some sound doctrine. You need to add some honor, some integrity, and I have a whole list of things. They never actually disagree with any of those things that I say. So I talk to men. I don't represent black women ever when I'm having a conversation at all. The issue is that they don't want to be focused on the things that they've been doing their whole life and recognize that it is wrong. That is called denial. That's what Cheyenne Bryant has. She has some denial going on because she don't want to just be honest about why people are asking her about her PhD. You should have some, a dissertation? You should have some kind of record of it. Even if that school is closed, you should have your own record of that. 100% agreeance to that. But she do not want to answer that question because she has some possible cognitive dissonance with herself as well because she got to where she got by representing a certain thing. And now she don't want to, whatever's going on with that. I don't know if she actually had one and maybe she lost it in this place. I have no idea. But that's the issue that's happened with the men. And to tie back to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
I just want to help you out a little bit. It's cognitive, not cognitive, and it's taken, not tooken. See, I would sit here. That's why I ain't even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to be funny, but I'm saying, but this is what I'm saying. You wanted it to be.
Hold on, I just want to say, I get corrected on that all the time, and I recognize it. It's something that I hold on to. I should let it go, but I do hold on to it. I do. But
I'm saying, and it's cognitive, and it's why I try to say, I watched me. You told me I was the father of the Rim brothers. I'm also the father of niggas getting on the internet trying to act like they're intelligent and try to tell everybody else what they think the world's view should be. When before that, they weren't doing it. If you're going to give me one, give me that one too. Because none of y'all, you didn't have no degree in broadcasting. You didn't go to school for broadcasting. You didn't do any of this. Niggas saw that it was something that was fun to do. And then they tried to do it because they weren't doing it before. That's a fact. And I was the one who made them feel comfortable enough to do it, which is why so many people speak and mess it up. They will say things. Go ahead.
I just want to say, hey, I mess up English words all the time. That's why I try to drink some water so I can get my tongue correct. I tear up enunciations.
I hear you, but here's Robbie. Remember what you said. If a guy, but let's have a serious conversation here. If a guy learned masculinity and his version of masculinity is skewed and bastardized, but he has an audience, what will he do? If he is skewed, bastardized, he believe in beating up women, he believe in pimping women, all these things, and he has a large audience. What did he just do?
I don't know.
He spread that bastardized message that he has to a whole group of other people who believe it. That's what you said the Rim brothers were. It'd be somebody saying something that gives a bad thought or idea about women, and these other dudes is eating it up because they didn't have no daddy, right?
Correct.
Okay. So if I am saying conative instead of cognitive, then the people who are listening to me as you tried to correct me with mutual combat, that's what you did. So then you also understand having an audience full of people who believe you and trust you because you're the only father, as you stated. When you say tooken, they go into the job place saying tooken. And you would want to give them, as you said the Rim brothers should want to do, correct information. And you wouldn't want to say conative when it's cognitive. And the reason why I raised my daughters that way is I said, it's better that you hear me that your breath stink than you go out into the world and talk in somebody's face. That's what somebody who loves you would do. So if y'all are having these discussions and y'all love each other, y'all would correct each other when you're wrong. Y'all would give each other just a simple love of saying, you're not 100% wrong, you're just wrong here, and you're building off that. So what I was trying to tell you was, you corrected that dude from saying infantilize women. You got mad at him and told him it ain't his show.
It's not.
But when the woman came and said, crispy, you didn't say, well, ma'am, the brother has not been doing anything like that. And I don't really think that if black folks, after you just told the audience, black men have no power, and I am a black man, and let you say it, because you did. You didn't correct that. You didn't think that was wrong. You said she's able to say this because that's how she feels. Let's have the discussion. Then you should have also felt the same way about how everybody else talks. Then men should be able to come up here and say the same crap about women. They should be able to go in depth and say black men as a whole. Because remember what your discussion was afterwards? You said, well, I'm not offended because when they say black men, I don't think they mean me. I think they mean in general, but it doesn't mean me. And I asked the question right then. I said, hasn't the years of them having a problem with me been the exact same thing? That they can't separate themselves from he said black women and I ain't like that and we all ain't like that, because they never sit up there and who do you know that has the argument with me and says he lied? Nope. It's you're blackity black. You shouldn't be able to say that. You're ugly. You shouldn't be able to say that. But not an argument. And so you, as a manly man, as a proper man that you yourself as, I felt like the way you handled that made no sense. Because think about what you hear right there. I'll be the blackest thing on earth. And it'll be said by people who are blacker than me, or they'll have a host that they like who are blacker than me. Right now, apparently, I look like I gargle with sewage water. That's your audience. So when you talk about what you do, and I'll wrap it up right here, you can judge a leader by his followers, everyone. And you judge them Rim brothers, whatever you call them, by how the people who follow them go around treating people. You talk about it all the time. Well, you got an audience full of people who cannot discuss what the fuck I said, who say he looked like he gargles sewage water. You foster that behavior. And that's what you got. You got a bunch of people who that's the only way they know how to talk when they hearing somebody say something. Because last I checked, there's a reason why niggas don't know how to be men. Because if they knew how to be men, you see how you sit up there and thought it was funny that you got crispy and sewage water. When they get their ass whooped, you'll be up there now trying to fight and say, that's a woman. She ain't supposed to get her ass whooped. Oh, so she can enter into a man's zone and try to fuck with said man. But man has to control what he does to said woman who won't control herself, which is what I asked you. Well, y'all know exactly what a man's supposed to do and how a man's supposed to act. But y'all never say what a woman's supposed to do. All you do is bash black women. What the fuck is we talking about, says the voice of Venus. Ain't addressed the fucking thing I said. All you do is bash black women. Well, Venus, I got more black women that listen to me than you do. I got more black women that like me than like you. I got more black women that walk up to me and shake my hand than you. I got more black women that'll reach in their pocket and give me some money than you. So it's funny that you say all I do, and I still do that, and they like me better than they like you. And the ones who follow me actually got some respect for themselves because they don't sit around just name calling the man or constantly just saying the same thing about him. You said, I've been here 30 years, ma'am. And how long have I been popular? See, if somebody tell me I've been playing basketball for 30 years, but I've been an all-star for 30 years, don't that mean I came into the game already good? Or am I wrong, Sharon? How you gonna tell me I've been here 30 years when year one I had more women follow me than you do now in year 10 of yours? You've been around 10 years, lady.
When I was 10 years in the game, oh man, I had all kind of YouTube plaques. Where yours? Where yours? Yes, you're right. I'm 30 years in. And like LeBron James, he 20 years in, still an all-star. Was an all-star when he started. You ain't never been an all-star. You ain't been in the league. So while you're saying what you're saying, why don't we talk about who got the following and who don't? Go on, look at my show right now that's broadcast and see how many black women over there talking about something they love your boy after all these years. So I wish you'd have a regular conversation with me or leave me the fuck alone. But they can't. You've been doing it 30 years and you've been doing it 10, 15 and still don't nobody want to see you. Even your camera don't. That's why you got that avatar. Am I lying? Just have a regular conversation with me and I'm okay with it. But to just come in and say, you've been bashing. Tell me what bashing is. Because didn't I ask you, Sharon? Tell me what I said that's untrue. Not the word bash. I didn't say that PH Diva was bashing me. I didn't say your audience was bashing me. I can tell you exactly what's said and why I believe it's wrong. I will take the same thing. I told you up here, did I not tell you what I think you said that was wrong and why it was wrong? And I'm going to continue when I talk to you. Go ahead. But I'm sure I'm not going to tell you your beard look raggedy. You need some just for men. Your hairline back on your head. I'm not going to say these stupid things. But that's what they will say because they can't have a regular conversation as adults. And again, as the leader, if the people who follow you come over here and feel comfortable being the same peanut gallery you cussed this other man out about, tells more about the leader. Because don't no nigga come over to my comment section and think it's normal for them to do it and think they'll be able to get away with it when you and I are showing each other respect. They would never do it.
So, first thing, you haven't correct. I used the words correctly. That's number one. I didn't.
You used chicken correctly.
I didn't enunciate it correctly. I use hey, listen, I'm from Brownsville, New York. I'm going to say things in a strange way. It is what it is. Some things I hold on to. A lot of things I did let go. But some things I hold on to. It's nostalgic for me, and Tooken is one of them. People tell me about it all the time, and I understand why they say it because majority of the time I'm speaking very articulate. So when I hear me say Tooken, it stands out like it stands out when I say Tooken, and I understand why when I say it, it stands out so much.
What does mean? We got to correct things, Jess. We got to grow. We got to grow.
And I understand why. Like I said, so but I still use the word probably even when I said cognitive. You understood what I was saying, right? Regardless of my the way how I phonetically say things, right? I still use the definition of the word correctly. So yes, my enunciation is horrible. I mess up the English language plenty of times. So thank you for correcting me on my enunciation. However, I did use it in the proper context is what I was just
if it don't exist, you can't use it in the proper context. If it's not a word, you can't use it in the proper context. The word don't exist. It's taken.
I feel you. And also, that's incorrect also, you know, some of the things that I don't do, which is it shows my leadership, right? Even when somebody is saying things that I disagree with, I'm still willing to hear the whole thing. Even when I don't agree with you addressing the chat while we was having a conversation, I don't think that is showing of leadership, right? We should keep it focused on us because we having a conversation. Because the same way people are saying things about you, they would say things about me if I was on your show. And, you know, if I focus on it, then it's going to push it and breed more of that same situation. Every day when I'm having a conversation, is somebody in my chat trying to trigger me through the chat. But my leadership shows like, hey, listen, you have some issue with me, come up here and we can have the conversation. And also now to address the women's situation, right? So now women, I do not have these huge argument fallout with women, right? Because I'm not looking at a woman that she's less than me or underneath me. So whether she's screaming and yelling the same way how I have patience for any brother that come up and cut me off and talk long-winded, I would do the same thing for a woman as well, because I believe that both parties, whether it's a man or woman, they just want to get their full thought out. So I don't take no offense to it. Even if somebody is screaming and yelling and they have a aggressive tone with me, I know that aggression is not really actually towards me because I am a leader. I'm used to dealing with people that's coming to me with problems. And that's what happens when you are a leader. Majority of the time, they come to you with issues. They come to you with hostility. The leader doesn't get to see the best version of the so-called followers that you have. You are the one that is going to be navigating these people through. Same thing with your children. The world is going to see the best version of your child. You're going to deal with all of the pushback, the back and forth, and you're going to be looking at your child when you're not a good leader. Like, God damn it, how you going back and forth with me and I'm putting food in your mouth? And I didn't. I have such a record of being that great parent, but they use you because they trust you to go through their worldview. So they understand if they go back and forth with me personally, we're talking about a child now because I keep saying that I treat somebody like a child, but
they're not even saying child, infant. Infant.
Regardless, what I'm saying is that so that human being trusts you or trusts me to have that energy, that aggression, so they could get all of those feelings out, so they could go ahead and be regular back in the world. So that's why I am a great leader, because I could take that initial brunt of aggression.
You asked me about why would I address the room. Remember, what I was supposed to be coming up here was tell you what I dislike that you do. And I'm pointing out how your leadership skills translate into your followers. Remember, you say the Rim Brothers make it comfortable for men and incels to come over there and say things about women that they would never say to those women's faces, and they probably wouldn't have been comfortable saying had they not existed. Did you not say this? Did you not call me the father of these? Yes. You call me the father of these men claiming what they're doing. Yes. So then you have to take the same thing. That's another thing that I've noticed that y'all don't do. See, whatever jacket I put on you, I have to put it on myself. If I say you're not a man, imagine if I say you're not a real man because your wife cheated on you. Then you find out my wife cheated on me. How can I go live and say I'm still a real man? But I judged you by saying your wife cheated. You ain't a real man. See, y'all do that. I watch y'all do it for years. You're one-sided. Y'all will say somebody else is wrong for doing something, but then when somebody you like does the exact same thing, you say nothing. The people criticize, where's Dr. Umar's degree? Because they didn't like Umar, but they do like Cheyenne, they say her degree doesn't matter. They bring up Trump. When Trump does one thing wrong, he's a bad guy. When their guy does something wrong, and I have this conversation with my mom and my girl's family will argue for Democrats all day. Talked about how Donald Trump be cussing, and that's not the women in my life, the older women, they love the Lord. My mom's a pastor. Argued that Donald Trump shouldn't be talking like that. That's not leadership. Well, the Democrats have started cussing all day now. And I told my mom, I said, as a pastor, surely you're bothered by these Democrats cussing. You know what she said? They're just doing what Trump does. Wait, that's Christian? Christian is do what the devil does? But every time something happens to somebody you like, you make an excuse. How is it that we say words like crispy and say, I watched Taz. He said, we're not cool with colorism. He said, but I understand because we don't like Tommy, so we'll make an exception. Now imagine if you had a white friend who was your friend and they said, imagine your wife said, I love black people and I don't believe in racism. But that black woman there makes me mad. She's a nigger. Not you, just her. Would you accept that? No, you wouldn't. But we accept what we like. And that's the scary part about watching a lot of y'all. Again, you said, I am a man. Hence, I speak of men. And yet you are surrounded by women who still speak of men. They don't tell you what women are supposed to do. I ain't seen y'all have that conversation of what they're supposed to do.
So you're wrong. So we had to have that conversation about what women's supposed to do. That's one of the things I was referencing earlier when I was talking to Wall Street Willie, and we had a panel full of women, and they was able to flush out all the things that women's supposed to do without bringing men in at all. We had a 5-hour conversation strictly about women with women on the panel. They was able to dive into the apple conversation and keep it on apples, and it never turned into an orange conversation, right? So that's someone. Me personally, I'm not that person that you're talking about. It doesn't matter if I like the person or dislike the person. When something happens that I disagree with, I'm going to call it out. For example, the Anton Dames and Corey Holcomb situation. A lot of people was okay with Corey depicting these these women as monkeys. I defended that, even though me and
was he doing? I'm curious about that. Tell me, I didn't know. Was he depicting? Was he doing that?
Yes, his wife and his daughter. He depicted them as monkeys, and Anton was the safari catcher, right? So that's what he depicted on a t-shirt.
Oh, I didn't see that. That is wild.
Yeah, so I defended that very strongly, and a lot of people was actually upset with me saying that, oh, so now you're an Anton fan because, they feel a certain way about him. But I'm like, no, it doesn't got anything to do with actual Anton. It doesn't matter if Anton's a degenerate or an idiot, whatever it is. I'm defending the fact that us as black men should not be depicting our women.
Well, you see my point then. Why not stand up like that all the time? And why would your audience be expecting you not to care because we don't like him, so therefore we can do whatever we want to him?
So I just also wanted to correct you because you put me in the boat of not doing that. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm not that.
Well, I just know you didn't stop it from happening to me.
I'll just do it because I like you type of situation. I ain't that.
You just sit there and try to tell me these words. Before I came up here, I said, he's belittling. When you said, I don't know why that bothers him so much, but once he realizes it bothers him, they're going to keep doing it. Well, by that logic, if black bitch bothers black women, then you should say, I don't know why that bothers y'all so much. Once they realize it bothers you, they're going to keep doing it. You should just accept that they do it. You wouldn't. You wouldn't allow me to sit up here and do it. You wouldn't let me call you co-host all kinds of black bitches. You would not. It didn't matter that that's what I thought. It didn't matter that I don't like her. And it didn't matter that when I say it, I realize it bothers them. You got people in your audience right now who are clinging on to something they saw 8 years ago. I don't know you. So you watch my video and it bothered you to the point of where you in here now talking about, so all you do is say this about, say this about, say this about. And I'm like, but have I said this during the show? No, I haven't. So now you're going to argue with me about what I said in the video you saw that you didn't like. But as I'm sitting right here, you ain't heard me say nothing. You ain't heard me call you no black bee. You ain't heard me talk about black holes. You ain't heard me say none of that. But you're still bringing it up. Point. They're not holding me to what I'm currently doing and having a conversation with me right now. When you say, Tommy, you shouldn't have a problem with me calling you name in your face because all you do is call name on your video. Well, when I'm having a discussion with someone, I'm not.
So, okay, so the issue is different with comparing yourself, something as into the generalization of a whole group of people. So if somebody's calling me something specific, I can address that one person talking to me specifically. But when we are talking about generalizing the whole group, that changes it different to when you say black bees, right? When you say black bees, that's different. That's why when I do have my conversation, I actually distinct the rim bros, red pill, incel, manosphere, no good suckers. It's a clear distinction of who I'm communicating about. I'm not just saying Tommy Sotomayor or the person in the that's in the back waiting, Shadow, or Big J, he's in the back. Afro Nerd, I ain't talking about. We also got the person that you were talking about, Venus, she's in the back too. Clear, she wants to have a conversation with you as well, right? To, I guess,
she wants a name call. She's not going to say anything to me about what you did and what you said because you can't have a conversation or ideal. Say you're supposed to come to me like I did you. I'm saying, here's your idea I don't like, or here's the words you said that are incorrect. You can't get a person that can do that to me. I heard a person say these words and it was scary. Where Sharon messed up when Tommy came on the show is he didn't immediately have smoke. He was supposed to disrespect him. And I said, what?
That shows, but that also shows my character that I'm willing to deal with the issue in front of me and not off of what somebody else is telling me, because I don't know what happened 10 years ago, what you said. I don't know what that shirt means, BT 1000. I have no, you wearing that shirt means absolutely nothing to me. I have no idea what that shirt actually means, but it might mean something that is derogatory towards a certain group of people possibly, right? But I don't know that whatsoever. I'm only going by what we are having.
Why would you think it was derogatory? If I wore a Daredevil shirt, would you think it was derogatory? If I wore a Batman shirt, would you think it was derogatory? So now you're being disingenuous.
I am not. So again,
yes, you are.
Hold on, I brought up your shirt because I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying, but why would you say that? Why would, if I was wearing a Batman shirt, you wouldn't think that shirt had any negative connotation to Joker fans?
I'm just, so maybe your shirt is, I don't know, is your shirt derogatory? I was just using your shirt because I didn't know what it was.
No, I'm saying, but you thought that off top. I don't think your shirt's is your shirt derogatory towards 76ers fans?
No, I was using your shirt because I literally, I really don't know what it means. So I thought it was just, you know, I really don't know what it means. So I was using it because I don't know. Is it derogatory?
No, it's the Terminatrix.
Okay.
The BT 1000. It's the Terminatrix.
What is this?
She'll be back. She Terminatrix. Listen, let me tell you. The Terminatrix is out there. Wait, let me finish. You asked. I'm gonna tell you. The Terminatrix. Why you want to let me tell you what it is? You want to let me tell you what it is?
I don't know because now.
Let me tell you. You brought it up. Let me tell you. You brought it up. You brought it up.
Because I don't know.
It's the Terminatrix. It can't be. The Terminatrix is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop ever until you are dead. Somebody in your comment section wrote it. Hey, they know it. It's just a robot. Skynet gives us this information, and all of the robots do the same thing.
Okay, so is that for men and women, or that's just for one side of the gender?
Well, no, the Terminatrix is the one that came out in part 3. You know, the Terminator was in part 1 and 2. For the men, I have what's called the ED, as an ED 209. It's called the ED 209. See, I'm not one-sided. Fellas, tell them if I'm lying, those of you who watch me. Well, I have what we call it ED, the ED 209. It jump up like this. It be ready to destroy something. The ED stands for Ebony Destroyer, 209. He just be out there just destroying the neighborhood, shooting it up. I'm not one-sided. If you say something to me about what black men do, I can agree with you. You won't hear me be like, my daddy black. I'm a black man. When your girl when that girl was talking about the power that men have, I can understand what anybody can say. Then at that point, all I can do is talk about the other side of it. That's why I didn't understand. Why is it that I wasn't disrespecting you when you said black men had no power? I didn't go back to disrespect the lady. There was no reason.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm saying I didn't just go back and disrespect her because she said it. I could argue the point. I don't care that you say something. You can tell me, like if she said, I think religious people are assholes. My mother's a pastor. What am I supposed to get mad at her for saying it? That's her thought of religious people. And then if I want people who are listening to you, go ahead.
So the issue is that we have to be able to show that more often than not and have the argument with what people are saying live instead of going back forward. So me and you right now, we've been moving forward and we are moving the conversation forward. I think it's a great example of two people that seem like, from what our audience say, we are against each other because we have two different ideologies for sure. That's one thing for sure, right? I don't believe in the red pill, incel, the manosphere, the no good stuff. Those rim bros, I don't believe in that shit. I think that's all bullshit. I think the idea that women getting a job is making the economy collapse is nonsense. I think the fact that there's so many men in today's society want to go back to 1952, like with this romanticized idea of what women were better back then than today. I think that's just nonsense as well. Especially black women, they always had to work. They always put their effort in. We always needed each other. So this whole idea that they want to go backwards in a time when a woman needed them instead of where we at today, where a woman wants you and she's choosing. She got all of these options. She got all of these things. She sees what else is going on. She got her career. She got other people, and she chooses you. She wants you. I think that is a better version than a woman needing you, and she's just there because she cannot do anything without a man. So,
well, let me say something to you about that. Can I address that part? Can I address that part? You said we wouldn't agree. That is actually untrue. I had a girl try to make fun of me because she found out that my girl is a lawyer. So then she said, I was a house husband. She went from, you do all this stuff online, make this money, but you get it by talking shit about black women. So she Googled me, Googled my girl, found my girl out, found her picture, found the law firm and everything. Then got mad that the girl existed, got mad that the girl looked better than her. So then she said, you're a house husband. I see what it is. That's why you're able to be online all day. So it changed. So now I'm a house husband. So, but cool. But my girl is a lawyer and she goes to work every day and be gone for damn near 12 hours or something crazy like that. I don't know. She go wherever she go. She come back when she come back. I have always said, I don't believe in a woman. I believe that if a woman doesn't want to work, she doesn't have to. If the man can do it. And I've always said, hey, if I'm dating a woman, she doesn't have to work. But that being said, I would never tell said woman to not work. Renee Nicole in your comment section wanted to know, she told me to address the rumors that my dick stink. And Renee Nicole, why do you want to know if my dick stink or not? Let me tell you, my dick stink my dick might stink if I'm in the gym. My dick might stink when I'm fucking. I don't know at what point, I don't know what you would even consider stink, but it's weird that you want to know about my penis and its smell, Miss Renee. And then you turned around and said, after all this, that my girl, something wrong with my girl. So again, this Renee person will not stop saying the dumbest shit. Want to address what's being said. That shit stank 24/7. Again, whatever you think about my dick, ma'am, there's a whole lot of people that enjoy it. You're dumb. And the majority of people that are around y'all say weird things like that. You have a man here. Let me tell y'all what I am. 50 fucking years old. You got somebody to say, first they say you don't have a girl. Then when they find out you got a girl, oh, she's deranged and insane. You don't have no car. Then you see the person has a car. Somebody probably gave it to you. Do you see what I'm saying, Sharon? If people don't like you, they don't care what your answer is to a question. Even when you're right. I could give you the cure for cancer. They would say I got it from the white man, and that it's probably got something to do with white supremacy. You only doing it for money. It's insane. How do you, again, I'm 50. If my dick stink, why would a woman on the internet want to know? Why would that be a thing she'd question? That is what, did she ask you if your dick stink? Does every man come up here, she want to know what they dick smell like? That is insane. What I'm telling you is this is how difficult it is to have a conversation with the average Negro. I am 50 years old. 50. And I'll be 51 this year. At a certain point, if you cannot have a regular conversation, leave people alone. Imagine if you brought me up here and the first things out my mouth was always, bitch, and you was like, hey man, when you gonna get out of that? You let me back up here again, bitch. I just come up here to be stupid, to say stupid things, not address anything. You have a topic about something, I address something else. I say something else, not what you said.
Which I did.
So you talk about something else. And then, well, you don't deserve it because you said something on the video I didn't like. What did I say to you? What did I say to you? See, I ain't gonna argue with what you said on the video that I chose to press play on. Y'all know me. I don't know you. If you're watching me right now, why don't you tell me what I said wrong right now? You can't. You can't tell me what I said wrong then. You'll say, my dick stink, my dick little, I can't get no girl, I'm an incel, I'm broke, I'm black, I'm crispy. One of them said, Tommy needs to invest in chapstick. Huh.
So, but to be fair, they tell me that all the time. So
listen to what you're saying. So you said to be fair instead of addressing. I don't care. Okay, and people call black women bitches all the time. Music calls black women bitches and they call themselves bitches. So by your logic, they shouldn't be offended by bitch. By your logic.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's different. No. It is different when it's not music. It is different when we're having a conversation. We understand that.
They call each other bitch in conversation. Am I lying? I've heard them call other women bitches that they didn't agree with on your show. They said it to a woman, that woman that they would call that woman a bitch, and she didn't, and she just disagreed with them.
So the issue is this:
you won't even stop 1 second and say if you think calling somebody a bitch is wrong, it's wrong.
I'm agreeing with you that they call themselves that. Same thing like we call ourselves the N-word. I don't use it sometimes I get caught up and I get back to my Brooklyn ways and I get frustrated and I use it. However, if some white man came up here and said the N-word, we will look at it as offensive. And we got to understand that when it comes to the B word as well. So yes, they do use it with themselves colloquially. We understand that. And that doesn't excuse the fact that if I say it to her, that she might take it offensive. Not only that.
Hey man, shut the fuck up. Like, this is stupid. You was making excuses for this shit.
But the way how I'm saying it could be taken as offensive as well.
So why is it okay for them to call men? Why is it okay that they call men that then? Wait a minute. So why is it okay? So why is it okay that they call men that?
What do you mean? Say it again.
They'll call a man a bitch.
Man, what? B-word? Right.
They will call a man a bitch.
To that man.
No, I said, why is it okay?
I never said it was okay. So maybe that's what.
When have they been checked for calling a man a bitch? On your stream, have you ever seen or tried to correct any female who tries to refer to a man as a female? To disrespect him. That's my point.
Don't correct either side.
You let them call, whoa, I see you wouldn't let that man say infanticize. That's all he said.
No, what I did.
You cussed his ass out.
Because he was interrupting. Even when he was talking to me and he was saying things. And so what you don't understand, right? And that's fine that you don't understand, but he interrupts like that, but he don't want to be interrupted.
And you just said before my show, before I came up here, you said, I don't know why Tommy got a problem with interrupting because that's just how the conversations go over here. You said that.
Right. Perfect. So you see how you interrupted, right? And I haven't interrupted you, right? You interrupt me because you want to engage back and forth with the conversation. I do not get upset at that, right? But it's because you actually, when you're doing it, you're trying to interject in a moment that I'm talking about and keep it moving, right? So what he does, he interjects and he talk about a different topic. And I'm like, no, I'm not. We didn't get to that part of the conversation yet.
But he just said one word. One word.
Right, but
that's all. He did not
said one word. However,
and you cussed him out.
Because he deserved it. That's why.
But your co-host calling your guest who is having a wonderful conversation and everybody's just having a good conversation. Your co-host didn't deserve to even be muted. And after they did it once, they cackled, waited, and did it again. And then after that, I left. And when I left, they did it again. And you didn't say, okay, 3 times in a row, this is rather childish, ma'am. We were having a conversation. The numbers were going up. The whole purpose of us having these things is to have good dialogue and get understanding, not for you to come and ruin it because you don't like the guest and call him names. But you couldn't do that as a man. And that is what a leader is supposed to do. It is. So you can lie and say it ain't, but it is.
He on that man ass. He is on his ass. This is my co-host, Tommy.
So the thing is, men come up here and they get a chance to voice themselves 100% as well. They say a whole bunch, and I say a lot of men come up here and say the B words and such and such and such. I don't fight them on that either because that's how they choose to communicate themselves. I only have penalties for 2 words on this panel: is the F-bomb and the N-bomb. Those are the only ones I try to regulate on my channel. The other words, I'm like, hey, I don't think you should use it. I don't use the mute button enough. People upset at me because I don't use the mute button enough. Right? I don't mute people because I want people to express themselves the way how they see fit. Right? Because you gonna look stupid, not me. I know whenever my
So you're gonna allow me when I come up here next time to call women the B word. It's okay if I say black bitch when I'm talking. Not even if I call them the B word. If I just discuss black women, black bitches when I'm talking about it, it's okay. You said you allow people to express themselves the way they want.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's okay.
No, I said so. You're gonna allow me to do it, right? That's all I'm asking. You're gonna allow me to.
You've been doing it. I haven't corrected.
I have not. I don't come over your show and disrespect your show. Stop it. Every time I come over your show, I don't turn your show into my show. I don't talk on your show like I would talk on my show. I do not.
Fair. But what I'm saying is, I allow people to be themselves on my show, and that's why I have so much of a mixed review. People love the show and they hate it.
Notice how he didn't say he would allow him to come on there and talk how he would talk on his show, which is say black bitches. He did not say that's cool because that's what I allow. He just danced past it.
At the same time, because they can't actually control everybody on the show. So like people want me to control PH Diva the same way how they want me to control you as well. They want me to bring up something that I've never even seen you say, right? They want to bring up something that happened from 10 years ago. So that's the thing.
And I don't mind them doing it. You remember when Jay came up here? As long as they keep it to what I said and why they don't believe it or whatever, if they had regular conversation with me over what I said, I have no problem. But they don't. They literally won't. You can put out the link right now and say, hey, anybody got a beef or something that they have a problem with Tommy did or said, come on up here. You know what'll happen? Same thing that always happens when you do it. They just come up here calling me names.
I wanted to flush this whole thing. Flush. I wanted to flush this whole conversation out. I think we got to a point where we have understand that we don't get a chance to watch each other enough to pinpoint exact words that we say, hey, I disagree with this exact quote. I think we both fair to say that. And so Voice of Venus, if you can, please hit the link. He's welcoming anybody that want to address anything that he said. And he put it in those parameters. If you come up.
Nobody can do it. I've done it for years. No one can do it. Like, we've already got you figured out, sir. So why do you do all this damn typing? Leave me alone. You can't just leave me alone then. That's too hard. I've got to sit here and call you all kinds of names. Somebody say, hey, can we have a conversation and find out what your real issue is? We already know this nigga. We ain't got to say that to him. Imagine y'all have created this. I'm telling you, Sharon, people like y'all have created the environment that all you got to do. Because imagine if all I said was, I'm just going to call black women names. And then when a black woman called in the show and said, why? I hung up on her and said, screw you, bitch. We already know what y'all do. That was crazy. That is insane.
It seems like you have a contestant. Welcome to the show. Is your favorite guest. Welcome to the show.
After 99 years, he going for 100.
You damn
Big
right.
J,
But I don't know who should I attack.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who I should attack.
Why do you want to attack anybody? Why wouldn't you just have a conversation?
Because though the thing is that we got the sheepdog and got the wolf. It's like an old cartoon because Sharon's a sheepdog and Tommy's a wolf. Because both of you are faking the funk over here. And here is the thing though. It seems though you're promoting Tommy, right? Is Tommy the enemy, right, Sharon?
That's correct.
Jesus Christ. Why am I an enemy? Y'all sound stupid.
Wait, hold on. Is Tommy the enemy? Yes or no, Sharon?
Hold on. I'll answer that question. I'm gonna bring somebody that actually want to have a real conversation. Actually, and I promise I'll bring you back, Big J, but I want to actually have a conversation.
Right.
So
let's just try.
Voice of Venus. Yes. Voice of Venus, welcome to the show because I know she can actually have a very fruitful conversation. Welcome to the show, the beautiful Voice of Venus, and happy birthday to you as well.
It was yesterday, but thank you. So just to be clear about the parameters, he wants to be able to have a conversation, which means he's not going to turn his microphone up and start yelling and screaming the minute he starts being debunked, right? I just want to make sure he's not going to resort to the childish tactics he always does because he wants to have a mature conversation, correct?
To even start off like that, like I can turn my mic up on your show, number one. Why even come up here? Just leave me alone. If you got to say, he always does, just leave me alone.
Tommy,
Please, let me talk to someone else, ma'am. You're right. I always do this. So just leave me alone.
Are you gonna mute him?
I'm with you. Just leave me alone.
What you gonna do?
No, but there's no. I'm asking. I'm asking, ma'am. I can't do it. I'm going to somehow be able to turn my mic up. I don't want to talk to you. You are right. I don't want to talk to you.
And you let him. So what you?
I just said I don't want to talk to you. You asked if I could do it, and I said I can't.
I'm not talking to you. What are you?
So see there? So I tell y'all see this black woman right here. So she just started off saying stupid stuff and then turned around and said, I'm gonna keep talking now. I'm gonna keep talking.
I'm talking to Sharon. So don't address me now. What are you gonna do, Sharon?
About what do you
I thought
got?
he addressed.
What you gonna do, Sharon? Well, Sharon, he don't want to talk to that guest. You should bring another guest up that he would like to talk to. He's like, I don't want to talk to this one.
Me from the chat. I'm an audience member commenting. The man addressed me, lied on me. You sat next to him, didn't say a fucking thing, right? Then you made me sit back there for however long when I support you every fucking day. He doesn't, right? But that's okay too. You once again fail to defend me. But when anybody's in my presence and they talk about you, I jump down their fucking throat. But you, every opportunity you fail. You're not loyal. So fuck him. My smoke is for you. This is the last time you're gonna do that shit to me. So then he gets to set the parameters on how I conduct myself on your show, and then I agree, and then we get parameters for him. He doesn't have to abide by them because you so desperately want Tommy Sotomayor on your show so fucking bad. So nigga, fuck you and fuck that nigga too. That's where I'm at.
Well, damn.
You get my point? There was no reason for that because you didn't do anything. What? Okay, you tell me. What did I say that was a lie that you needed to correct? Tell the lie I told that you needed to correct.
She felt like you was mischaracterized by saying she's been doing it for 10 years and 15 years. And
she said I've been doing it for 30. You know YouTube ain't been no 30-year platform. Did I get mad and say, you should correct that? Y'all niggas is pieces of crap. If you believe that, then you know she was wrong for saying I did it for 30. That was the whole point. How could I have been on YouTube for 30 years? So in 1996, I was doing YouTube videos.
Hold on. I'm just addressing what she's asking me to correct. That's it. That's what she's saying. I think that you are mischaracterizing who she is as a person. And that's what she's wanting me to address because you don't know her personally. That's what she is talking about.
No, okay, look, wait a minute. She don't know me.
Hold on. That's fine, but she feel like I'm not defending her, right? And this goes to show that, again.
In what part? What did I say? All I did was address what she wrote. How could you defend her on that? And by that logic, Sharon, you should have been defending everybody whose comment I addressed because it wasn't just hers. I addressed one thing she said. I've been doing it 30 years, and all I said is there are more black women who listen to me than listen to her. I said I'm like LeBron James. I've been to the All-Star game since I came into the league. What were you supposed to correct?
Regardless, she wanted me to correct it. That's that. She don't feel like I'm doing her enough justice.
And that's my point.
That's what she said.
I'm telling you, that's my point for the leadership. I wish somebody would click the link and tell me I didn't protect them because they went after somebody and that person just responded to them and didn't call her a bitch, a hoe, didn't say she was nasty. All I said was simply, I'm more important to black women than you are, which is a fact. It's not an opinion. What were you supposed to do? Tell me I wasn't? And then I told you earlier, they keep doing the same thing to you. You're trying, I give you money. How many times you gonna listen to somebody tell you they give you money? They think they control you. Ain't now Negro done told me you sent me money, so therefore I should have been saying what you told me to say or doing what you told me to do, and now I'm gonna come up and tell you disloyal. Do you hear what you're saying? They think they bought you. They bought your opinion and they bought your actions. And if you don't do what they who donated to you thought you should have did, you became disloyal. Let that sink in, black men.
You saying black men is crazy. That's me.
Black men.
Let me welcome somebody into the show. I want to have a conversation on the things that you said. Let me welcome into the show, Tazar. Good day, Tazar. I believe if you can come up, that would make the show better, Taz. If you can, I appreciate it if you can. But Taz is here, and
I ain't shaved, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I need to shave and shit, bro. I ain't gonna come up right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. How does having the camera on make the show better?
But I got a question though, because somebody made a reference directly to me. So when you say a person is saying let's straight smoke, Now do you see why I'm saying that though? Because you just turned up immediately at will when you decided to. What I'm saying is you ain't getting the opportunity to do that to me. I'm meeting you at the door and letting you know before you think you can raise your voice, before you think you can do what you just did to him, it's already up.
Wait a minute, what did I do to him?
You just raised your voice. You took over this man's show. You yelling. You know what I'm saying?
Took over his show?
Yeah. In terms of when I'm saying in terms of relax, bro. I'm talking. Now you cutting me off.
No, I was just wanting to get an understanding of what it meant. If you accuse me of something, bro, if I accuse you of something, you just gonna let me do the accusing, or you want to get an understanding of what the accusation was?
I got you. So I'm watching, and again, in that moment, it's like you talking to him, and he just letting it ride. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that there's a certain thing he has to do, but you know, hey, I'd have reeled your ass back in, and you know it, which is why you made that reference. Why you just walked away now, right? Right. What's good, Sharon?
So I want y'all to think about this. Now these grown people think they can control what I do in my house. Now I didn't make him turn his camera on, so I wouldn't know where he was standing, but I can hear him. So I want y'all to understand, as I listen to your show, since we're being honest, you just sound like a jealous man, a grown man talking about they would have kicked me off. They let him, that's what you said, your own words. I ain't making them up, and you tell me why I said something that's a lie. You straight up said, they stood up there and talked to Tommy in the way he talk about black women, but when I'm up there, they kicked me off. How can they have a civilized conversation with Tommy and not me? And that sounds like jealousy. What if I said, how can that girl suck his dick and not mine? How can that girl come to the club and not me? Why she post pictures with him and not me? There's no reason for a grown man to do it. I didn't do anything wrong. You said yourself, your own audience, I was reading the comments. They said, well, it's because you come in too hot, bro. Just like you came in hot right there for no reason. I walked out of the room but could hear you. I could hear you. Yes, because y'all think disrespect is normal. Y'all think that's normal.
I just sat back and listened to you disrespect people. Your bitch ass can't take it when you get it back.
Okay, tell me who I disrespected. Let them know who I disrespected.
Venus.
What did I say?
When you got off the panel, you talking shit. You still talking shit as if the conversation.
What did I say? Do you know what did I say that was disrespectful?
What you said. Listen to me.
Tell me.
You raised your voice. You raised your tone.
Listening. This man just came up here to be a part of something. He told me I disrespect the woman. I asked him how. I asked him how. He couldn't
raise your tone. You raised your tone.
You just said I did it after she left. You said I did it after she left. I am theatrical. I wasn't yet. I was talking to Sharon.
You're theatrical. You're a fucking joke. You're a game. You ain't raised your voice at them niggas though. And that's what I'm saying. But you ain't raised your voice at Tariq Nasheed when he was standing over your voice.
My voice been the same level. My voice is the same level. Y'all hear this stupid shit? My voice is the same level to this stupid motherfucker as it was to her. If I'm a coward, come see me. Because this the internet, bitch. Now, when you told me I'm a coward, I want you to show that I am. You show I'm a coward. Now you ain't getting what she got. She didn't get this. You getting it, bitch. You getting it. She ain't. You get it. Since you said you that tough, now you do something. You said I won't say it to a man. I'm saying it to you.
If I see you, I'll definitely check you.
If I
would definitely check you.
I'm not for a lot of years, and you ain't did shit. Didn't stop trying to talk up online. You talk to me like a person. Get the fuck on me. Let
me explain something to you.
You know what they want to be a part of some shit, nigga. Tell somebody that they scared. I'm having a conversation
online. Hey, fam, I would never talk about you online.
I'm giving you the same energy you was gonna give me. Ain't that what you said? I'm giving you the same energy. You won't.
I thought he said he was gonna let him know from the door he couldn't yell at him. He can't stop him from yelling at him.
All niggas smack you.
No, you didn't. You saw. You wasn't that bitch. You wasn't that bitch. You didn't see nobody smack me. Who smacked me,
bro?
You smacked me, bitch.
You stole me.
Who smacked me? Oh, tell him.
You stole me.
Who smacked me, bitch?
You stole me.
I said who smacked me, ho? Who smacked me, ho?
You a whole bitch out here talking that shit to me.
I'm gonna be a part of something.
You a bitch. This
nigga man, nobody watch his shit.
I told your pussy ass nigga.
Nobody watches your shit.
I don't care what bitch ass niggas like you and you.
Nobody watch your shit. Why you coming up to me? You came up here to suck my dick. You're a dick sucker. You came up here to suck dick.
Bitch.
You came up here to say you're a dick sucker. Nigga, you'd rather talk to me than talk to that bitch you call a wife. You'd rather talk to me than talk to that bitch you call a wife. That's why your bitch on me. My bitch don't know you.
I told you.
That's why your bitch don't me. My bitch don't know you. Your bitch don't me.
That's why I assume.
My bitch don't know you. Your bitch don't me.
That's
why your friends talking about having conversations with me.
That's how quick a lame nigga bring your wife up. That's how
Nigga,
fast
you
that
no, you
right?
been the lame. That's how quick the nigga talk about you got smacked. Ain't that what you did?
I
Ain't
expect
that what you did? Hey, nigga, you brought up Sharon's wife. So are you lame? Sharon, didn't he bring up your wife? Didn't you bring up Sharon's wife?
Yeah,
did you bring up Sharon's wife?
And I told him why.
Hey, you said a bitch nigga does it, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you a bitch nigga, as long as we understand each other.
No. I told Sharon why I brought up his wife.
It don't matter. You still a bitch. I tell you why I brought your wife up in.
No.
Your wife brought me up on your show. Your wife brought me up on
bring up my wife.
Sir, did your wife bring me up on your show?
My wife, though?
Sir, did your wife bring me up on your show? Yes or no?
Just to be clear, why did you bring my wife up?
I just asked you. I said, did your wife bring me up on your show Sunday?
I don't know. Did she?
Maybe you need to play the shit back because y'all had a conversation about me. She said, you remember when I talked to him? She said, remember when I talked to him? Sure did.
We got the stream of you. Yeah, we got videos of you. Your
Hold on, sir, you asked a question.
When I hit the panel.
You asked a question and got an answer,
bitch.
Now see how niggas are? You asked the question. Let me tell you something. You know what my girl don't know? My girl don't know you. My girl don't remember a conversation with you. My girl don't know you don't remember a conversation with you. Sir, you are a fan. You and your wife.
Hey fam, your wife ugly as
fan. That's why you bring up what I've done.
That ugly ass lawyer bitch you keep talking about. Keep playing that ugly ass bitch. I don't give a fuck about that bitch for you, nigga. I don't know who you
your bitch is an internet bitch. My bitch is a lawyer.
Your woman, nigga.
He looks better than your bitch. He looks better than your bitch. And my girl don't sit online talking about niggas.
You need to do a side by side.
Don't sit online talking about niggas.
You need to do a side by side.
Yes.
Side by side.
Yes.
Side by side. Are you fucking kidding?
Yes. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll make that happen for you. I'll make that happen for you.
Yes. Let's do it. You see how he keeps that? I want both audience to hear it. He said, would you like to do it? I said, yes. Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Bring the bitch with you.
Yes. And not only am I going to bring the bitch with me, I'm going to bring the bitch's 1099s. And I'm also going to bring her degrees. I'm going to bring all that. I'm going to bring her properties, and you bring yours as well. You bring your internet
bitch on camera, nigga.
He's going to call a girl ugly and ain't seen her. Just imagine this. He going to call her ugly and ain't seen her. I tell you what a nigga does. She ugly. I'm going to say it. She look better. Hey, my girl ain't on the internet, nigga.
Ugly ass
not on the internet talking about you. She's never wanted to discuss with you.
Listen, meet me in an hour.
Wanted to meet you. Your girl wanted to talk to me
with that ugly bitch.
Why did your girl want to talk to me?
Meet me in an hour with that ugly bitch.
Why your girl want to talk to me? Tell her.
Motherfucker, didn't you say you was popular? Didn't you say you was him? Didn't you say you got views?
Oh, so your girl like that, nigga? Okay, so your girl like
meet me with the bitch, nigga.
So your girl like
with the wait a minute, nigga.
Hey, your girl like
wait a minute, soft ass nigga. What?
So your girl like popular men. So your girl like popular men
with the bitch, nigga.
So your girl likes popular men is what you're saying. So your girl likes popular men. So your girl likes popular men.
Have the ugly bitch ready, nigga.
So your girl likes popular men. I just want to make sure that's what you said.
This is insane.
Oh, you don't have no answer for your own. Didn't you say? It's funny how I was crashing out. Now it looks like you are. You seem really sad, sir, that you get the internet hoe. Your bitch is an internet hoe. Your bitch is an internet hoe. Your bitch is an internet hoe.
In what respect?
Internet hoe. You got an internet hoe. You got an internet bitch that's online chasing niggas that's popular dick. You got the internet hoe. You got an internet hoe. That's why your hoe know who I am and my girl don't know that you exist. You got an internet hoe. That's why my girl is a lawyer and your girl is an internet hoe.
Your bitch ass.
Internet hoe. Internet hoe. You got an internet hoe that every nigga on the internet know. Internet hoe.
This is insane.
My girl don't know who you are. My girl would never want to talk to you.
Songs and shit. Because you can't bring that ugly bitch on.
Sir, because she's at this thing called the office. Sir, she's at the office.
You can't bring the ugly bitch on.
She's at the office.
This is insane.
Sir, she's at the office.
Talking that shit like she looks so good. That bitch can't come on camera, nigga.
Why would she be on camera at 26?
Camera, nigga.
Okay, so my lawyer
can't come on camera, nigga.
This lawyer is supposed to come here to talk to a nigga on the internet,
nigga. And you know
my girl is not an internet hoe like your girl is.
You know it.
My girl is not an internet hoe like your girl is.
She's a real life hoe. She's a real life hoe. If she's on the internet, then nigga,
where is she whoring at? Where is she whoring at this firm? Where is she whoring at this firm? Explain that.
Who gives a fuck?
Explain how she's whoring at this firm.
Hop out.
Your bitch is available. Your bitch is available. That's how you got her.
To who?
Your bitch is available. That's how you got her.
To get her.
You got her because she's available.
You can't get her. What's the money that you can't get her?
I wouldn't want an internet hoe. I would not want a bitch that got an internet show.
I didn't think so.
I would not say shit. I would never date a bitch that's got an internet show. I'm sorry. I would. I would never date a bitch that's running around trying to interview Tom. I'm sorry. I couldn't.
You will say anything. That's the difficulty in trying to.
I haven't said one thing that was false. Name a thing I said that was false. Name one thing I said that was false.
Now you a nobody.
Name a thing I said was false.
Now nobody should want to do content with your bitch ass. Now nobody should try to come up off of you. Now nobody should try to get them views. You a bitch, nigga.
You the one came up here talking like a bitch. Oh, I'm so soft. You told me I
said I'm still doing it. Don't try to talk nice now.
This is the best you could get. This is the most views you'll ever have. This is the most views you'll ever have.
This ain't my channel.
Nigga, you gonna sit up there and talk about it 19 straight days. You gonna talk about this shit 19 straight days. You and your girl still talking to me in 2019. What this nigga say? Tommy, you don't remember me. Y'all, hey, did he not talk to me and say, Tommy, you don't remember me? You don't remember me, but I'm talking to you back in 2016. Me and my wife. Me and my wife. Yeah, we talked to him. That's what you know what my girl would never say she talked to you. He will watch. This nigga can't even go on about his business. At least Venus went about her business. Seems like Venus the one with the penis. Because apparently you don't have one. You just came up here talking. You the one with the vagina. You didn't change your name to Venus. You didn't change your name to Venus.
That shit don't work with me, coward.
Oh, you just still want to talk to me. He want to sit here and keep talking to me.
Don't be available.
I want y'all to think about this.
What time is the ugly bitch gonna be available, nigga?
You supposed to whip my ass because you told me I wouldn't disrespect the man. You said I wouldn't disrespect the man. I just disrespect the man and his bitch. I'm waiting on the smoke.
No, the hell you didn't.
Yeah, you said I disrespected Venus. You said I disrespected Venus. You said I disrespected Venus.
All go. So, bitch.
So I disrespected Venus, but now they ain't disrespect.
Absolutely no way you can reach me, nigga.
Now this ain't disrespect.
That's why your coward ass knew not to say my motherfucking name when you said it, weak bitch. Ain't no
I don't know you. Sir, I don't know you. I literally don't know you.
You knew my name the first time.
I never said your name. You said on your own show, Tommy don't remember me. Sharon, this man was begging me to remember him. That's how embarrassing he is. He was begging me to remember him. Somebody in the audience tell me if I'm lying.
He forgot he said my name today.
He was begging me to remember him. Sir, because it just happened Sunday. It just happened Sunday.
And then
look how quick you came up here wanting to talk to me. Look how quick you came up here wanting to talk to me. Nigga, your girl don't even say your name when y'all fucking. She say somebody else's name. She don't even say y'all name when y'all fucking. She say somebody else's name.
You would say anything. You a comedian, honestly.
You will. You up here trying to talk to me? Go be with your pretty wife. You know what you said?
That ugly ass bitch, nigga.
She's a thing called, I know your girl don't know nothing about this, but she's doing something called work. She's working.
You mentioned her.
Hold on, yes. Wait.
Now you're running.
Yes. Now you're busy. Your girl know me. My girl don't know you.
But it's too
bad. You were begging me to remember you, sir. You were begging me to remember you.
She ain't gonna never be busy enough to get you, though. You know that, right? She's a busy, ugly bitch. A busy, ugly motherfucker.
I do know this man is talking and ain't my girl.
This makes no sense. You gotta hide. You gotta hide the bitch. You gotta hide that ugly ass bitch, and you know it, nigga.
See, he calls her ugly and then lets you know he hadn't seen her, and he says I have to hide her because the lawyer is not online while I'm cussing niggas out. She's smart enough not to be online for her career while I'm cussing whole niggas like you out. It wouldn't make sense.
We're gonna put her
online. If your girl had a real job,
we're gonna put her online. We're gonna put her online.
We're gonna put her online.
Niggas act like they don't know this ugly bitch. I don't care. You have the audacity to talk like she's so motherfucking cool and then talk shit about another nigga wife.
He doesn't sit at home talking to niggas on the internet, is what I said to you.
You fucking on. Your latest
no matter how many times you call her ugly,
bitch. Your latest newest bitch, you just got off the internet, nigga. You just found another internet bitch to fuck on and think you can compare that to somebody's wife. You a coward, dumb fuck nigga. How long you gonna have this bitch? How long you gonna have this bitch, my nigga?
I've had her for 8 years so far.
Okay, cool. Bet. You put another 10. You put another 10. That's what's up.
How much longer do I need her? You tell me how much longer do I need her, and I'll wait
keep her. I hope you keep her. I don't have a problem with you. I don't
what are you talking about? I
into it. You should marry her.
No, sir. No. Here's what happened. Hold on, sir. Because I'm this thing called rich, and I don't get married because I'm rich, and I told niggas not to do it too. Yeah, you don't have that problem.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
You don't have that problem.
I'm not rich.
That's what I'm saying. And I told niggas that they married. If you rich, ask anybody. Since you know you're a fan of mine, I said marriage is for broke niggas. I've always said it, and I will stand by it. I don't have to marry. I don't have to marry. It's a lot of things I don't have to do and still get to work and still get to maneuver around.
People that don't like you watching you don't make them fans, though.
Okay, sir, but what I answered your question, and I answered it nicely. You said, why haven't I met? Sir, you asked her why. You asked me, why haven't I met? Okay, you asked the question. Y'all see how yes, he does sound bitter. He really is bitter. He asked a question and I answered it. Every question he asks, if he actually has a conversation with me, he loses. That's why he needs smoke. Everybody that has a regular conversation with me loses. That's why they need smoke. Have a regular conversation, you look stupid.
Okay, so
now that you got all that out, let's have a regular conversation. Let's have a regular one now. About whatever your problem is. I don't know you.
I told you what my problem is.
Which is what?
You sat up here and acted like I didn't say what I said. You were with me when somebody said 2 minutes before that you said my name. So again, I'm just wondering.
Again, the audience has no idea what you're talking about.
I know why you ain't having.
Ron, do you know what he's talking about? Be honest. You're the moderator. Do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Not right now.
I don't either, though. We need you to clarify it. That's all I'm asking.
I'll say it again. So you referenced me twice during this show. The first time.
In what way?
The first time you directly said my name, Taz something about colorism on his show. The second time you referenced me, you didn't say my name. You said somebody said something about all smoke. That was me. So that's why I came up here. To clarify again why I said it's all smoke. And when I got up here, you were fresh off of giving Venus smoke.
But I didn't give her smoke. No, I didn't give her smoke.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. How was I getting it? I didn't give her smoke. I was asking Sharon. Go ahead.
Is the tone you were talking to?
So now that we
She wasn't on the. Oh my God.
Hold on, y'all.
Y'all see this man, this grown man trying to tone police now.
Hey, hold on. Let's talk about why you.
Then stop talking about my tone.
Hold on, please. Now we can talk about the colorism thing and why you brought up Taz's name, just so we can clarify. We can just flesh that conversation out. So
there you go.
These niggas
there you go.
Colorism, about
there you go. See.
So this way you can address it.
Okay, here it is. I was bringing that part up because I said a lot of y'all will do things like that, and I just had it was a recent example of it to where an individual, to where Taz had told them, well, I don't believe in the being colorist because we need to cut that out if we're supposed to be B1. But I understand that y'all say this nigga because of what he is and what he's done, so we give an exception. And I said that's a problem. When you give exceptions, you wouldn't allow your white friend to give exception to this person who called, to have exception to call this one black person a nigger because, well, we all don't like him. You wouldn't do that because you say it's still racist. You can't be racist to one person because we don't like him. That makes no sense. You have 1,000 things you can call that person. You want to call them a racist word? You want to call them a nigger? That's all you can think of. That's a problem. Number two.
Let's just deal with the one. Let's just deal with one at a time.
Okay, I thought I was just answering, but if you guys saw a retort, go ahead.
Yeah, because it sounds good saying that here, but we have to acknowledge what you just did here. You're going in on people at will. You say what you want to people in the chat. And so, although I don't want anybody to call you crispy, I don't like the term.
That man, hold up, G. If he's having a conversation that's going on the panel, and people are talking shit about him in the chat, why is he not able to respond? You said he going off at will. If they weren't calling him names and shit, he wouldn't be going off on them. If they were just saying they disagree and all of that, fine. This lady was asking this man, do his dick stink? What the fuck?
Call him. Tell me what I said. I don't like when people say, well, you going in. What did I say to them? What name I called them? What name I called anybody?
Oh, come on, fam. You deflecting, Tommy.
Aren't we talking about calling names and insults? Yes?
Oh, my God.
Are we not talking about names and insults? Is all I want you to say. Is that not the discussion I brought up? So then why wouldn't you then say, I insulted someone in the comment section? But I didn't.
Okay, they implied you insulted someone in the comment section. I didn't see it to respond. And then you do all this performance. Bitch ass, I didn't respond to you when you did it.
Sharon is like, yes, I am here for the nigga moment. It was supposed to be niggas who had smoke with him, but he like, oh, let's have a who got smoke with Tommy show. That's better.
What you doing on this?
I did it. You said I did it, though.
Bitch, I didn't say you
just said Sharon, you got to moderate. Did he not just say, I did it?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hold on. All right. So this way, yes, he said you did it, and he thought that you insulted him. That's it. So he's trying to get some clarity to understand what is going on because he came in and that's what was being said in the chat, and he assumed that the chat was being genuine. That is what he tried to communicate, and that is
that's all I'm trying to say. Remember, it's the same thing that happened with you. You gotta calm down at some point, though. You can't just.
Hold on. You would just can't moderate and then jump off. So he wants you to clarify what you mean. So this way he can address you properly.
Right.
So go ahead. So all right. So go ahead and clarify so Taz can address you properly. That's all.
That's what I'm saying. I keep saying. I keep saying he's hearing it from me. Just like when you thought Sharon said something and he didn't. Calm down for a second. I didn't call them anything.
Sharon mama named him.
That was the point of why I said it. Yes, you'd be right if I'm going at them, but I wasn't. I was trying to ask them to just ask me questions. It's recorded. I was calling out what they were saying and saying, see, but I didn't call them anything.
Right, that's okay, wonderful. I'm not accusing you of calling them anything. I just told you I assumed based on their responses to you. However, what you're not saying right now is I didn't say anything to you about it that day. And so when you're saying that you're making it sound like I said, hey, call him crispy. That's not what I said. In fact, I said, don't do it. I don't like it, but I understand why y'all doing it because he'll talk shit to you.
Isn't that exactly what I said, Sharon? Word for word.
Yeah.
No,
that's exactly what I said. I did not accuse you of anything. I said you said exactly what you just said you said. So I didn't say anything wrong.
Yes, but I'm not okay with it.
You're not okay with me telling the truth? You're not okay with me repeating what you said?
Dude, I'm not okay with them calling people crispy. I'm not okay with that. So when you imply, like I said, y'all go ahead and do it because it's Tommy, that's not how that happened.
I didn't imply it. I just said I didn't imply it. I just said what you literally just said. I just said that you exactly what you said is exactly what I said happened.
Okay, so long as we clear though, because again, my understanding was that you were saying that I was willing to allow it because it's you, and that's not what happened.
I said that you said to them that there's an understanding that I get that that's y'all gonna do it to him because y'all don't like him.
Right, but I don't like it, and I don't want it.
And then at that point I said, but we would never give our white friend a pass, even if we understood it. We're not going to sit there and allow our white friend to keep doing it. We wouldn't.
So Tommy, I think the misunderstanding is here that he wanted to make sure that you understand that he is not okay with them calling you that, even though he doesn't agree or like you. That's what he's trying to communicate with you.
Yes, and I can say this: if I'm not okay with, and here's the thing, we all know, and I talked about leadership. There's other things. I guarantee you, if they were sitting in his comment section talking about his wife, he wouldn't just let him keep going and say, "I don't agree with it, but I know y'all don't like me, so I understand it's just going to keep floating." They sit down, just like in my show and in your show. You're going to set a standard. And once you start setting standards with people will fall in line because they want to be in your comment section. They want to be on your show. Just like how you did with Sharon. You said, if y'all say these words, you got to give me $1. Standard. Mm-hmm. When you set standards, people will either stop wanting to give you $1 or they'll have enough money and be like, fuck it, I just want to show you how much money I got. But you'll set a standard. Everybody sets standards. Y'all pretend y'all don't know how to set standards when it's about somebody you don't like.
Right. So again, like I said, that was the point.
And hold on, that's the case. Tommy and Taz, y'all owe me a lot of goddamn money, so y'all can show me how much money you goddamn have with your goddamn M bombs and F bombs.
Tommy owes $46. Taz owes $83.
You stop counting. You stop counting, Shadow. But I'm mad at y'all too because y'all sit right there.
Can we bring the grill back to Sharon?
Yeah, can we bring the grill back?
We're gonna bring you in after. I want to make sure Taz is good because it seems like they got to a point where they might possibly understand. So Taz, you guys.
Right. So look, and so again,
that was the second thing too.
So right, the second thing was again the greeting you with smoke. That's why though. And so again, I know you're going to get loud. That's who you are. So whether or not you're doing that with somebody else, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But me and you don't know each other. So I'm not coming to talk to somebody that I know gonna turn up with all respect. You're gonna be loud. You're gonna, and again, when I say take over, I don't mean purposefully. I don't mean like you're doing it on purpose. I mean that's the appearance of it. I'm a debater. So if you're letting someone control the conversation, they've taken over. I just only mean in that context. I didn't even mean in nothing grandiose. But having said that, it's just simple. I don't know where you're going. I don't know what you're going to do. And I can't trust that you're going to keep the conversation in respectful parameters. That's why I said that. And again, I kind of feel like when I came up, that was shown. I don't know where you're going.
But then when you brought up what happened between me and Venus, it was respectful, and she even started off disrespectful in the comment section, but I didn't mind. I had said, I don't mind talking to people because this is my time. So why would she even get mad at Sharon when this is my fucking time? And I said, I do not want to sit here and have a conversation with any person about them calling me names or anything, because that's insane. If they come up here to have a discussion about what it is they seen that I said or I did, I can talk about that because I can discuss what I did or I said. I should own it if I did it. Instead, you come up trying to be disrespectful. At that point, I said, I don't have nothing to do with it. She said, my smoke ain't even for him now. My smoke for Sharon. And he was shocked. But she continued on to say, started off, I give you money. And she's not the first person I've heard say to him, start off, I give you money, which means they have an expectation that their money is supposed to grant them something. So what I did when she left was point out to people, see what just happened? This woman done told this man he's disloyal and fuck him because she believes that I should be up here being disrespected, which is a part of what you came up and said to Taz, that idea of, I don't know where this person gonna go, so let's disrespect them.
Yes.
I don't do that. If you came on my show, I wouldn't care that you said 1,000 things about me. Until you get disrespectful, I'm not. Just like how we've calmed it down now, I'm at the level it's at. There is no reason for me to have a conversation with another human being if it's up before I talk to them. I'm 50. We shouldn't be wanting our blood pressure raised. We shouldn't be wanting to threaten people or nothing like that. If I just know I can't have a civilized conversation with a person, then I just quit. I wouldn't. So when you were saying it would be up when he came up here, that way those women wouldn't have had to get it up. And I was thinking, but we have been talking for an hour. Nobody disrespected anybody. We were having a great conversation. Sharon will tell you. There was no need for me to be out on Christmas.
I didn't see it. I didn't see that part.
No, you replayed it.
No, I didn't see the beginning how that stream started.
No, but I'm saying I watched you literally replay from the time I was up there. And then you even said, this nigga been up here 43 minutes and they ain't had no smoke for him. You said this out your mouth.
Yes.
So didn't you write? But you just said I didn't see it.
No, I didn't see the whole beginning of the video. I don't know how y'all got to the part of even you getting up there. I started when you got up there.
That's what I just said. So you saw the whole time I was there.
Right, the whole time you're there, but that's not the whole video, bro. Come on,
no, it wouldn't have anything to do with the whole video. I said when I was there, we were having a great conversation. He was talking to me. You said he don't let this nigga take over the show.
Yeah,
but I wasn't. But I'm saying I'm not taking over the show if I'm saying something and I'm a guest. Taz, if you came on my show and you were a guest and people wanted to talk to you about something, I would hope you did more talking than I did. It's the art of interviewing. If you talking more than the person you interviewing,
but it wasn't an interview, Tommy. And in that moment, again,
well, it became, but it did become one because when I came up, they had questions for me. He was asking me direct questions to me directly.
Because again, what I'm saying is, again, you're a natural podcaster. You've been doing this shit, like you said, 15, 20 years, bro. So when you do it, you are naturally taking over. And like I said, even in my show, you're also doing a show, which I didn't even realize at first. So you doing a show.
I want to correct that. I want to correct that as well.
You taking over. Just right quick, bro. Let me finish. It might look like you taking over, but you're actually doing a show. So you're not technically taking over anything. You're doing your own show at the same time.
Okay, I want to correct that because you said that on your show and that was wrong. Look at my show because you broadcasted it from my page. I did not do a show. Sharon will tell you I wasn't live at the same time. I just clipped his. That clip is from his show. I just clipped his. That's why as soon as I was, but think about it, as soon as I was off, remember if I was broadcasting the show at the same time, like right now I'm broadcasting at the same time, which means as soon as if he kicked me off right now, guess what I'll still be able to do on my show?
Keep going.
Talk. Yeah. But you notice as soon as I was gone,
yeah, I didn't know if you edited or what. I'll take your word for it. Okay, so now I didn't know. I thought you
typically come on these. I typically.
Oh, so he didn't. He just clipped it out and named it. And I thought he did his own video, so he didn't respond.
When I know that, because I know he wouldn't take it down. I've seen him enough that he don't take it down, that I don't mind going up there because I know I'll be able to pull it back later on. But what I know is a lot of times, that's why I always record my shows, because I'll go on somebody's show, they'll fucking lie about what happened, edit it, and it'd be have me saying things in an order in which I didn't say it. So I like to have my own. I just did an interview with Yana Van Sant. I took my own videos as well. I took my own recording. So when she drop it, when that video drops, and everybody know by the time she drops the interview, y'all will know I already did that interview. What was it, last month? So by the time she drop it, I've already done it. And not only have I already done it, but people can already see the entire interview with she and I on my page before that even happens, because I'm not going to let you lie on me. So that's all I did that day. I was like, I know he'll leave it up, so I don't mind just jumping on.
All right, so yeah, last point, then we can get back to whatever y'all doing. So look, the point I was making to Sharon about saying that about his wife, which again, I'll acknowledge that I was wrong for saying it, that he don't do what others do in those situations. And so I shouldn't have said that about his wife. But you just did it. So like I explained to Sharon, I have an expectation for my wife to be attacked when I'm going at it with men. So with that, that's why when I jumped out there and did it to him, there's an expectation. He didn't do that. And so again, that's what led me to apologize. Because nigga, I'm wrong then. I'm thinking you're gonna do exactly what everybody else doing, the normal, fuck your wife this, your wife that, and he's a better person than that. He didn't do the shit. And so I had to come and apologize to him for that. So if you know what I'm saying, when you bring that up, I just have to make sure again that I let you know I apologize to this man for that. But it's an assumption that men are gonna do that.
Well, we do have to acknowledge though. If I say these words right here, only a bitch nigga has a silver microphone. And then somebody look and say, you got one. Do I not have to acknowledge I must be a bitch nigga then?
If you say so, yeah, sure.
No, I'm not the one who set the parameter.
I got you. No, I got you.
So that's all I'm saying. You remember what made you even go there with this man's wife? Was him reading somebody sending money. He just read what they said. But because you mistook that he was calling you that, you said it's up and it's stuck. So you apologize because he didn't.
No, I didn't say it was stuck. I said it was up.
I'm saying stuff. I'm using the kids lingo wrong. I know. I thought that's what I'm old. I didn't know. Okay, I get it now. So stuck mean it never come back down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So but you were saying, but I even when that happened, the fact that so when you listen to somebody in the audience say, "Hey, man, that's what he meant," and you corrected it. To me, I thought, okay, that's cool. But then as Sharon, the next question has to be, even though you're apologizing, how am I supposed to just accept said apology when I didn't deserve it in the first place? Because it was all your misunderstanding that made it go to that place. So then a person like how you're saying, how I always am, well, this person's going to wonder, that's where you always are, which is why when you came up, I was saying, trying to get you to stop going where you were going. And when you wouldn't, I just said, if you want to tell me I expect men to do this, then why would you be bothered when men do said thing that you just said you expected?
My bad, I didn't hear you, but my grandbaby came here.
And I was just saying, it just, I wish, and I've been trying to do this. That's why my interviews are typically better than other people's interviews, because I don't care if I disagree with you, I hate you or not. If I brought you on my show, it's to understand you, not to cuss you out. Y'all literally have people on panels so you can basically roast them with your audience. And I think that is odd. Why not leave them alone then? Why bring them there to get a got you moment? So when you kept saying that, I kept saying, but you don't see me go on people's show to act a fool. And if it looks like I'm taking over, it's just because I'm charismatic. If I'm saying something wrong,
that wasn't the point though. That wasn't the point though. I wasn't saying you're taking over to say it in a fucked up way. Just right quick, but then I'm done. So look, again, just like I said, the assumption is that you're gonna do some bullshit. I don't know you like that. The only other interactions we had, it was kind of up. Okay. So with that, if I see you and I talk to you, I don't have necessarily that expectation as much. I'm telling you, as the person who don't know you, ain't dealt with you, and only see you from the outside, there's an expectation you're gonna do some bullshit. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you where that comes from.
I hear you. So I'm asking this: whenever you decide to interview that person who you say, I see you, but I don't know you, you give them grace, because the purpose of the interview is to get to know them. And you can ask them, I heard you say this on the show. What do you mean? I heard you say this. Because like Sharon, if he wanted to ask me something,
I'm not interviewing you, bro.
That's the point. Y'all don't want people to judge you by your skin color. You don't want them to judge you by where you from. You don't want them to judge you by your beard. You don't want them to judge you by your dreads or whatever it is you got.
So right quick, no, stop. No, look, this is the problem. Because if I interview you, then you turn it into a fucking weapon. The same way you just tried to with my wife. If I interview you to have that conversation with you, you turn it into a weapon like this, like, oh, you need me and blah blah blah. Nobody's going to
things that don't happen. That's not fair. Hold on, you were not coming at me and trying to talk to me. We were arguing.
I bet.
Listen, hold on. Let me tell you what you said on your show that I was completely when you said it. My mind was blown. You said, listen what you said. You said, see, now he gonna use what it is that y'all women doing now and say, see how these black bitches is? Because y'all doing this now at the end. Y'all should have been doing that at the beginning, since that's what he wanted anyway. And I kept thinking, wait a minute. So if somebody think I'm a fag, I should just open up the show sucking a dick? That doesn't make sense. No, but that's what you said. If he think y'all bitches, you said they waited too long to be bitches. You said they should have been that at the beginning.
Yes.
You said he gonna use their behavior against them. How does that make me a bad guy if it's their behavior?
Because that's what you did. You came up here and challenged Sharon on what they were doing.
No, I said, so the question is, why shouldn't they change their behavior? Look, listen, if y'all think all I do is call women bitches and hoes, if I come up here calling women bitches and hoes, how y'all wrong for using that tape? To say, see, that's what he did. How y'all wrong for using that? I'm doing what y'all thought I was gonna do.
Wouldn't that make you one?
Huh?
Wouldn't that make you one?
Why does he speak? Y'all don't see that he says something that doesn't have anything to do with what was said? I asked a simple question. I said, if y'all expected me to do something and I did it, and y'all showed and said, see, he's doing that. How would that make y'all look bad for showing that I did what was expected? Shouldn't I show a different side of me?
Yeah, I don't see no different side, bro.
Y'all will not answer with direct questions. It is weird. I said, if I wanted y'all to think differently of me, shouldn't I show you a different side?
I don't know what you would do, bro. Like, who knows what you're gonna do to get to whatever goal you want to
accomplish? You said what I would do.
Assume what you're gonna do, bro. Like,
y'all see how this is why I say when I say y'all see, because I want people to see things.
Hold on one second. Hey, I had a couple of people in the back that I did not see. I apologize. My fault. I did not see y'all. I was looking at something else. I had a different screen open. So the other people that was back in the back, you could come back because I got the screen open now. So I apologize.
Yeah, just had us back there. Nigga.
Can we move forward on this?
I forgot we got to. So I got some questions for Tommy. Tommy.
Okay. I thought it was
Tommy. So Tommy, you said on this show, because I won't hold you accountable for what you said, right? On this show, you said that marriage is for broke people. And I believe that a lot of people who have commitment issues use that statement because they really have commitment issues. If we go and look at the men that have created the most wealth.
All right, y'all. I'm getting sleepy now. Yeah, y'all, Sharon's channel is in the YouTube link I've been dropping. This the last live he did. I'm gonna pin it in the description box too. But yeah, I'm hiding sleeping. And so I see y'all in the morning with court. I don't know how I'm gonna do that one because they're supposed to be going back to the jury if I'm not mistaken. And so it's gonna be some waiting. But all right, y'all. To the next episode. Little channel, big voice. We out.
Low key, niggas hating but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we don't eat.